How are we doing, people? How are we doing? Good morning, good afternoon, and of course, good evening, wherever you are around the world. We are back, people. We are back. My apologies if I'm interrupting anyone. There's just lives aplenty. Lives a plenty. But how we doing today, guys? It is the intervention. It's you guys' show today. It's you guys' show today. As you can see, let me go the other way. You know, we've got Mikel Bin Laden. You know what I mean? All of the news is that Sesko is confirmed. You know what I'm saying? All of the news is that Sesko is confirmed. This is why we've got the Stranger Things background. I'm back upstairs. So my apologies. Like, obviously it's half term. It's absolutely baking as well, guys. I can't even lie. It's not even that sunny outside, but inside with windows closed, yeah. One person in the building. Good afternoon. Let me know who you are so I can big you up. We do have a full house. It's half term, so if the internet's a bit dodgy, all I can do is apologize. But yeah, guys, what we are gonna do, because everyone wants to believe this done. I've just seen that Man United are drawing now with Hong Kong. Maybe they're playing the whole nation. They were losing as well, but we just forget about United. That's what their fans are saying. Forget about United. Let me try and turn that down. Striker madness. Ay. What we are gonna do is we're gonna try and listen. We're gonna turn that down until we can get past the ad. What's up, Fabrizio Romano? So we are gonna share the screens. Hopefully we don't hold a copyright, but I'll try and talk over it as much as I can. It's Fabi Romano, guys.
To go to Man City, wanted by Pep Guardiola. Hey guys, Fabrizio Romano here. Welcome back to the channel to keep you posted with all the latest on the transfer market. Today with an important story for Real Madrid fans, because finding one Ronaldo was a top priority
every day he's talking about
Real Madrid. Let's clarify some important points. 6-year contract for Madrid. Then Real Madrid pay 10 million euros. This is the transfer fee to Liverpool to have the player at the Club World Cup, and Real Madrid will also pay the salary of Trent Alexander-Arnold for June and July. So a big investment by Real Madrid to have Trent Alexander-Arnold immediately. So the deal is official, and congratulations to Real Madrid, who signed a fantastic.
We knew it is official. We knew it's official, though. Of course, we know it's official that he's going to go there. Obviously, I didn't think that they would pay any type of money. A couple people in the building. Big up Dio, probably like the only man that's glad we're getting Sesko. I think you are, my guy. Giza. Man like Aaron talks Arsenal, absolute legend in the building. I'm sure you guys are all subscribed to him already, so I don't even feel like I need to say that, but you know what to do, people. Subscribe. We'll get the link in the chat. If anyone wants to come up, it's you guys' show. Obviously, you know what I do. I just tend to go around the news or whatever until anyone wants to have their say. Man like Chinks in the building, legendary business, man. Hope you're well today, brother. Saying big up my boy, big you up. Make sure you guys are subscribing to Chinks. And of course, the legend, Aaron Talks Arsenal. Smash them likes. Come on, guys. We don't know how long this is going to be. It all depends on you guys. Big up Jordan. Each and every time, big yourself up, my bro. The Vigilantes in the building. There's Aaron's link. Big up. Let's see if we can get Chinks in there as well, if you don't mind. Put yourself in there as well, Vigilante. You know I always tell you that, bro. But here we are, guys. So we're going to listen to a little bit of this waffle. I just want him to talk on this
player like Trent Alexander-Arnold. Now, it's all done Today, maybe while you see this video is already the case, but today everything has been signed and so will be announced. Jeremy Frimpong, the deal was already done, as I told you weeks ago. Now everything is formally completed. Also the clubs counter-signed all the contracts. Medical was done, contracts are signed, 5-year deal. Jeremy Frimpong is the replacement for Trent Alexander-Arnold. All done with Liverpool. Liverpool remain busy with Milos Kerkez, a player they want to sign, agreement with the player.
Right, I'm just going to forward
People
it.
are working on it. The negotiation is underway with Bayer Leverkusen. The official bid is on the table. The two clubs are discussing, especially from what I'm told, the structure of the add-ons, how to activate it, when to pay it, easy or difficult add-ons. So all these details, because sometimes in transfer market, guys, we just go and say 20, 30.
Let me just pause this a minute. Chat, has anyone heard like what's going on for this Zubimendi thing as well? Not to say that I even want the guy. I'm just asking. Like, big up Vigilante, bigging up Views and Aaron, bigging up Dio. As I said, the legend in the building. Obviously, people are going to come and go. Smash the likes on the way in or way out. Your boy will truly appreciate it. And listen, we had a legend come through at midday. You know what I mean? Under the Lens, the Southern Gooner. Absolute pleasure. Obviously, I didn't even really get to structure it, but you don't really want to interrupt a legend when they're chatting. There's loads of people I'm going to contact and I'm still contacting. People like Chinks, people like Carl Walsh Gunner, Normski, like Rashid should be on tonight, 9 o'clock. So make sure you come by and show a little bit of love with a little bit of love, you know, like that. Come and show it. Like I said, big up Jordan, big up Vigilante in the building. What did I hear about Zubimendi, guys, bro? I was hearing that might even be stalling up as well, even though Fabrizio is very confident that the deal's going to go ahead. Dio saying I'm too shy to go on, man. Also, my webcam is lost in the house somewhere. Yeah, I got to get a better one, man. You know what I mean? I thought I was upgrading from my phone to the MacBook, but everyone's saying, nah, bro, that's just phase 2. Like, I got to get a PC next. You know what I mean? Big up Aaron, I'll jump on for 10 and got to make some food. But hey, always welcome, man. Always welcome. Let me make sure that my screen's big so I don't miss anyone. This is you guys' show, man. This is you guys' show. Whatever you guys want to chat about. Obviously, if no one puts any topics, then I'll just try and dig around the news. I mean, obviously, this is all the hype now. Sesko, do you know what I'm saying, guys? Like, it's not the one. It is not the one. Liverpool gonna have their guys signed by the start of pre-season. Facts. Like I said, they got their big boy pants on. You know, Matty was giving off some gems earlier on, just saying, look, man, like we're just giving him rope to hang himself. I obviously asked a question. Do we have time for that? Do we have time for that? But we don't have a choice, because if I had the choice now, you know, it's like cut off the hand to save the arm sort of thing. But that's just me. Like I said, other people have got, you know, their opinions on it, but it's all a bit mad. He's saying Zubimendi is looking like we Arsenal have an inside track on the player. Not sure if a medical has or hasn't been booked yet, but we're in prime seat to get him. Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that from this guy who we got on the screen right now. Yeah, I just don't know what to believe at this point. But let's finish out. Obviously, like I said, Liverpool big boy pants are on. Kerkez, very good signing. Frimpong, very good signing. Florian Wirtz, arguably the best number 10 in world football right now. Yeah, we're gonna get Benjamin fucking Tesco, which means that another big club's gonna get Gyökeres. I mean, listen, the legend that is Shane. I mean, Matty. I mean, a few other people have been saying that maybe he just don't want to come to us. Like, you know, it's his last big move. You know, he's at the age now, and I hear all of that, but I just don't get the feeling that Arsenal kind of bent over backwards to get the deal done. Pause, whatever. Do you know what I mean? But anyway.
30 million add-ons. Yeah, but you have to see how easy it is to reach that add-on. If you win the Champions League, if you win the Premier League, very difficult. And so this is what they are discussing. Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen. The player has an agreement with Liverpool and Bayer Leverkusen to become a new Liverpool player, but working on the agreement between clubs on the add-ons structure. But again, big confidence and optimism to bring Florian Wirtz very soon to Anfield. Then, guys, we have more to say on several stories on English football, because I wanted to touch also on Arsenal. Yesterday I was telling you about Benjamin Sesko. Today...
Here we go, guys. Here we go. And apparently we shouldn't feel upset about this. Apparently we shouldn't feel upset about this, guys, because, you know what I mean? You know, as people that I respect, Matty just said it earlier, this was done. This was done before Berta even. Do you know what I'm saying? I was slightly hoping that Berta's going to be able to unravel some of those, because unless we've actually physically signed a pre-agreement or anything like that, I was praying that Berta was going to come in and fix some of this shit like quick and fast, but it don't look like it's going to happen. I'm going to get to these comments and then we're going to finish off this bit about Sesko. I won't watch the whole video. Big up social joins. He said, bro, we can only wait for this scrub to leave or get fired. Such a shame. Players' talent being wasted year on year. And this is why I asked the question, guys, can we afford to wait? However, we ain't got a choice. I would have got rid of Arteta at the end of this season, yeah, for not winning absolutely anything. But other people will give him an extra year. The club is going to give him an extra year. Matty was saying, someone I respect highly was saying, this is how they do it in America. Like, this is the first step. They'll give you a little bit of rope to hang yourself, and then they've got the evidence they need to say, we're putting the gavel down and we're getting you out of here. But I'm just like, guys, do we have time? Like, are we not going to go maybe a couple of steps further back? But this is what we got to do sometimes, man. Here he is, the geezer. Aaron, how you doing, my friend? Yep. Oh yeah, no worries. Yeah, but I'm with you, social man. Big up Dio. The thing is, I don't believe Arteta is at risk of getting sacked, even if we don't win the trophy next season. That is a very good point. BX Gunner saying, follow the signs of the top gooners, LOL. They will lead you to what finds comings. Yeah.
There we go.
Here we go. How you doing, Geezer?
I've only just heard everything, so if you said anything before, I didn't hear it.
No, I was just bigging you up, man. I was just bigging you up, man. How you doing today, bro?
Ooh, very nice. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I mean, I'm not very happy with the Sesko news. Yeah, that sucks, man.
It sucks.
Also, you know, it also makes me sort of wonder what the point in Berta being signed in 2025 was. You know, might as well have just came next year if Arteta's going to get all of his signings that are all negotiated. I said this. I went on with Lee earlier on his thing, and I said to him I disagree with what he says. Not politely, you know what I mean. Not you know what I mean. Sort of saying that, and Matty as well. I slightly disagreed with last night, only in the fact that yeah, man. Like for me, they're all sort of saying, you know, hopefully it gives enough sort of like rope for him to sort of like hang on. My point, I believe, still valid. What actually is the point in him? What is the point in him? There is no point in this year. So then the comeback was, you know, yeah, there's enough rope, and I get that. Them boys like are absolutely right with that. It's cool, man. I totally get that. But then what does that leave us still? That means then we've still got this manager until he's sacked, like, and then Berta can do his job, or does Berta do his job next summer?
Yeah.
So have we just got another geezer basically on gardening leave, but he's hired by the club? Like, is he just taking another payday? Is he going to do another Sven Mislintat?
Yeah.
Like, I don't really know. The frustrating thing is yeah, if the scenario that they're sort of saying, them boys, the legends that are Matty and Lee Gunner, by the way, the legends. If they're sort of saying, yeah, it's giving him enough rope to hang himself, but still, what does that leave us? It leaves us with a fucking mess still.
Yeah.
Like, you know, why can't someone just, instead of going intervening and going, well, we're going to spend 150 million on Sesko and what do you call it, and Zubimendi, why don't you just go now and save yourself 18 months and just go, no, you are not having them. No.
Facts.
Like that's what his job is, hired now to do that. Why is he not doing that now? Like, I just think now we're just sacrificing some stuff. Yeah, ultimately, if it gets Arteta the sack, but what does it do? It's the 30th of May, 2025. Yeah. What does that do? It just means that we might as well just fucking delete the next 18 months of our lives then.
Basically.
Or just act now. That's what he's here for. He's here to do that job. So whilst respectfully, I can see where they're coming from. But I have to agree. Bert signed a contract. He's here to do a job now. Not to give him any rope in 6 months or a year. Because what's the fucking point? It's not wasting their lives. Arteta's on 15 million a year. Not wasting his life.
Exactly.
Sesko's going to come in at probably 300 grand a year, not wasting his life. Zubimendi's probably coming in at 150, not wasting his life.
Yep.
Berta's probably earning a very, 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 very good wage, not wasting his life.
Great point.
Whose life's wasted? Yours, mine, chat, everyone that watches back. That's whose lives are wasted.
Yeah.
We've just got to go through the motions yet and yet and yet again. Why are we sort of waiting and building on trying to forge a plan to sack the manager instead of forging a fucking plan to build a team that win things. It's frustrating for me, man. I'm just not happy with this whole scenario, man.
Bro.
Like what we was on with Shane, and then we was all up thinking, yeah, let's do the Bruce Banana thing, buzzing, we're all good, and then that shit broke, and it's just like,
gosh, yeah, I was done, bro. I was absolutely done, bro. Like the moment I hear it, and I'm be listening to this guy, and he's the guy that everyone believes. Do you know what I mean? And it's like once you hear that, I'm just like, oh. And even when Matty, like I said, he is someone who I highly respect. I was so grateful he came on today.
Yeah, Matty's a legend, man.
He's a legend. Come on, he was saying all of the signs are there, and it's gonna be. And I said this. I'm with you, Aaron. I'm like, look. I completely understand what you're saying. The logic is too clear to kind of ignore. But where does that leave us, bro? Can we afford to wait another year? People like yourself, people like DJB, you know, people like paying for these. I swear they've just re-upped on the season tickets as well. Do you know what I mean? At a higher price. You know.
Well, I got my email. What does my email say? Let's have a little look. This got peddled out to me on Wednesday. Oh, hi, Aaron. Thank you for your incredible support this season. Blah, 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 blah. To renew your GA season ticket, to return to the Emirates Stadium for next season, log into your account by the 5 p.m. on Wednesday, the 11th of June. Do you know what? They actually gave us more time than last season, because guess what happened? Last season, we played, I think, Everton on Sunday the 19th. On the 21st, they sent you an email saying if you don't pay it by the 28th, gone. They gave you a week. They gave you 2 days to get over the fact that you lost the Premier League on the last game of the season before they told you you've only got a fucking week to renew it. Pigs, mate.
This is
Pigs.
crazy.
I've got the emails to prove it. I've put it up on plenty of my shows.
Yeah, I bet you have, because obviously that's your thing. You know, people listen with their eyes, and I rate that so highly, bro.
Yeah,
and it's good to have that insight, because people just think we're moaning, but like I said, the club are charging a lot of fucking money. They put the season ticket up. Do you know what I mean? And what value are people like your good self that go every week, Kenny, DJB? What value do you fucking get? You know, Benjamin Tesco, bro. Do you know what I mean? Benjamin Tesco.
Carry on spitting, and I'll have a little look.
Yeah,
I'll go to the renewal hub, and I'll see if I can give you a price on it.
Yeah,
I haven't clicked on it yet.
No worries, my friend. No worries. I'll just big up a couple people in the chat. Very, very good today. Big up Dio. Like I said, big up Social Joins. We can only wait for this scrub to leave or get fired. I think I read that one. Big yourself up. Big up Dio again. Thing is, I don't believe Arteta is risk of getting sacked. I think I read that one as well. BX Gunner in the building. Follow the signs of the top gooners. I think I read that one as well. Big yourself up. Social then says, listen, Gyökeres goes to United. Cunha plus Gyökeres and Bruno. They are finishing 6th and a cup. I mean, even now with Man United probably being the worst team I've ever seen, like in terms of my lifetime, a Man United outfit, and they still got more pull than us. They're still dunking on our head tops in terms of trophies. Man like E-Ross, Maybach music. E-Ross is in the building. Thank you ever so much for passing through. Make sure you guys are hitting the like on the way in or way out. I'm sure all of you guys are already subscribed to this legend that's on the panel right now. Vigilante saying views. Fabrizio is in the media. He will get things wrong. Don't count everything he says as truth until we see official announcements. I tell you what, he's just about to speak on this Sesko thing. So let's just finish what he's about to say, and then we'll get his ugly.
We have confirmations also from Germany on that story. Talks started for Benjamin Sesko. So Arsenal made contact in the last 24 hours with Red Bull Leipzig. There was a meeting between Arsenal director and Red Bull Leipzig director to have direct contact to understand how much Sesko can cost. So all this sort of discussion, and also on player side. So the conversation is now starting. Then I also.
All right. He's saying the players, the conversation is now starting. Do you know what I'm saying? So maybe there is a little bit of wiggle room there. Maybe there is. Do you know what I'm saying? Maybe it's like, you know, but for me, it seems like they're done. As Matty said, the deal's already been done. They're probably not even talking to Gyökeres, which is, it's sacrilegious, bro. It's like this club. That's why I've got this fucking shit up here, bro. Stranger Things. Yeah, we got Arteta Bin Laden over here. And we got Benjamin Tesco on his way to Arsenal. Now, I do want to get this straight, people. I've heard everyone talking about this 90-odd million pound. That is definitely something that Arsenal wouldn't have done. They probably would have gone to get Gyökeres if Sesko was that much money. I don't believe it is. I saw something yesterday where they're saying that he's about 60 or 65 million euros, kind of like the same as Gyökeres. And I'm thinking, bloody hell, is Didi running our club? What is it with age? Oh, because this guy's younger. Let's go, like, it's ridiculous. But big up Dio in the chat. He said, I'm proper excited about Sesko. Really hoping we're actually getting him. And it's not just the usual fake news we put out each window while we get Mateta. No, he's been, hey, Aaron, Dio's been Sesko's, like, every chat. You know what I mean? He's been his advocate. He's advocate.
I've got a lot of time for Dio, but that's madness, Dio.
Hey, he's
Come
also
on, Dio.
He's saying we're gonna get.
You're right. I hope you're right, Dio.
Hey, bro. All we can do is hope now. All we can do is hope, Aaron, because it looks like it's a done deal. Do you know what I mean? Social saying Matty had a point there. I never saw it until he said it. Then you add the stuff happening in the background. The guy's on last legs. He is, but like as Aaron keeps saying, you know, for the people that are going week in, week out, even for us, I pay for internet, I pay for fucking websites to watch the games. Like, we're all paying money, and what do we get? Do you know what I mean? What do we get?
How much do you reckon the renewal for next season? I just got the exact figure.
1650.
Nah, to be fair, it's more than it was last year, by the way. But no, it's £1,414.50.
Right.
That's gone up. It's gone up 4%.
Right.
Lower tier has gone up 6% for failure, and it has done for the last 3 seasons.
Fucking hell. Well, I've not kind of been in it for a while. I thought it was just around the 1500 mark. So I thought with their little add up, their little percentage, that might bring it to like 1650, but not as bad. But even still, I'm pretty sure that it's one of the highest prices in Europe alongside Tottenham and Fulham. And it's unjustified, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? We get no value whatsoever, man. All right, let me see if there's anything else we can chat about.
Do you know what they done as well, just quickly on the season ticket? Yeah, listen to how cheeky this is, yeah. They offered you, that's for the 23 games, so that's for the 19 home games and the 4 in the Champions League, yeah. They tried showing their generosity by saying, you know, maybe if you only want the 19 Premier League home game option, that'll save you a couple of quid. Right. That's all well and good. But guess what? They're doing this, isn't that they didn't do last season. If you want the Champions League games, instead of having a guaranteed seat, that's for future Champions League games, i.e. quarterfinals, semi-finals, etc., and including FA Cup, etc. Guess what? You get put into the silver ballot instead of guaranteeing your thing, yeah. So whilst being a season ticket holder, unless you pay for the 23 games, you don't get them games guaranteed like you did. So they're even they're trying to go, oh, look, we'll just do you a cheaper version. But if you want the games, you're not guaranteed.
That is crazy. I mean, it's like a dictatorship, Aaron, isn't it? It's like a dictatorship.
It's so bad. And they've upped the games again that you need to attend. Like at the 19, you need 17 attendances. You can sell every single game, as long as you do it via their direct thing.
Of course.
But yeah, brother, that is naughty, man.
I told you, human trafficking and money laundering, bro. That's what's going on at the club, mate. That is disgusting. And this is what we've got to look forward to. Like, I call, if Arsenal Football Club was an area, I call it Shoreditch. You know, soy boys. You know, they're trying to build up a vibe and a fucking culture. Do you know what I mean? Like,
that's funny.
Mate. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck is this, bro? What is going on at this club? I don't recognize it no more, mate. I don't recognize it. And again, if you want further indictment, if you want further indication that this club gives no fuck about you and is just going to do what it deems, you know, right, then there you go. Now, Zubimendi, no one asked for this guy. No one asked for Benjamin Tesco. And here we are, guys. Here we are, guys. Theo saying, I'm of the belief that Berta is genuinely here to help Arteta. Josh does not look interested at all in sacking Arteta. What do you think of this, bro? Because I'm of the feeling that he can't be a yes man, surely. I mean, I've lost a bit of ratings already. I'm not going to lie. But maybe it's just me and my PTSD. Am I going mad? I mean, how do you feel about it, bro?
Now, do you know why you're not going mad? Because I agree with you, and I'm not mad. So there you go. You're not going mad. Don't worry, brother. I've had this many a time where I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, am I going fucking mad or something like that? And then I'll listen to someone I respect like you or anyone else, and I'll be like, yeah, they think the same thing. Maybe I'm not fucking batshit after all. When the chat are saying the same thing I'm saying, I'm like, well, do you know what? If this world-class chat can say what I'm saying, then maybe I'm not batshit. Or maybe we're just all batshit. You know what I mean? But maybe the crazy ones, maybe that's where it's at.
Yeah,
Maybe, you
yeah,
know what I mean?
yeah.
Maybe that's where it's at. But nah, listen, let's get back to what you asked me. Of course, I like to sidetrack things, and I do
I do it all
apologize.
the time,
My
bro.
brain runs at like 78 million miles an hour, so
Yeah.
I'll have to apologize to you there, my friend.
No worries,
But
mate.
yeah, like we're saying there, yeah, Berta's genuinely here to help Arteta. Do you know what the worrying thing is, my friend here, is that he's helping him a bit too much. This summer he's gone, oh yeah, they're all Arteta's target. Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, well, Arteta's got this summer covered. You're not here to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, are you telling me that Berta has signed and he just so happens to 100% agree with all of Mikel Arteta's transfer targets? You telling me that's the because if it's not the other way around, it's that way. It's one or the other. There's no in between with that.
As Matty was saying,
madness, man.
As Matty was saying, he's like, these deals were done. Do you know what I'm saying? So he would have come in knowing that they were in the works. Do you know what I mean? So already I'm just like, oh, go on, mate. So
and I'm like sort of sitting there thinking, all right, yeah, I do totally get that. I reckon they probably were very far down the line. But I said this on Liga literally about a fucking hour ago. Yeah, I went on with Lee's and he mentioned about that, and he was like, do you know what, the Sesko deal that was done last year when he was like, I want to stay at Leipzig for 1 year, and I was like, do you know what though? What a real club and a real big club moves like. We signed Benjamin Sesko last year for 40 million, then 50 million when his fee was that. You loan him back out to Leipzig and then you bring him back. What do Arsenal do? Go, all right, well, we'll just look at you next year then and we'll just sign a deal when he's 93 million quid. That just shows you how demented we are. You've seen Chelsea and loads of big clubs at the time do that deal where they go, all right, we'll sign you and then we'll loan you back out while you're 40 million. Why wouldn't you do that? It's retarded.
Like I said, man, I did hear yesterday, like I heard that news. It was almost like a double barrel shot, bro, because I heard the news that it weren't 90 odd million and it gone down to 60. And then Fabrizio was giving it, oh, this, that, and the other, like it's basically all in the work. So I think that's another reason why they've definitely gone gung-ho for it, because he's now about the same price as Gyökeres, but of course he's younger. So we know what they're on, all this Diddy stuff. But let me welcome in Chinks, bro. How you doing today, my guy?
Big up, man.
What's happening, lads? You look good?
Yeah, well, as good as can be, bro. As good as can be. Come on, give us some. Come and give us your insight on the goings on, my G.
In terms of what?
In terms of Sesko, Zubimendi, how you think maybe Berta's carrying himself. Are you happy?
You know me, I'm Brexit ball. I don't watch any other league apart from Premier League. I'm ignorant. I think whoever wins the Premier League is the best team in the world. I think you can't be the GOAT in football unless you play in the Premier League. I'm ignorant. I'm great. This is Britain. This is England. So I don't watch them leagues. So I don't have a what's the word? I don't have an educated viewpoint on those players. Do you get what I mean? I'm just an Arsenal fan, and I don't know. Maybe I'm weird. I just think whoever we sign, I just hope and want them to do well. And that's my viewpoint. That's all we can do at this moment in time. It's all we can do at this moment in time. Because obviously, I'm hearing all the talk, unprecedented summer. We've finally got the best in class. We didn't hire the guy who didn't do anything in January. We didn't hire the friend in Rosicki, friends and family tariff. We got the best in class. So I'm thinking, wow, I'm hoping now maybe something is gonna, because we need a summer like a big one. Not only because we've just gone 3 years in a row second, but the disappointment we've had this season surely give us something. Do you know what I mean? Like that star, that Gyökeres. We were talking at Gyökeres and Rodrigo, and now it's like Sesko and who? I don't even know who they're talking about on the left wing. Nobody. Haggling over 10 million. So for me, I was like, look, like try and win me round. Give me some dopamine hits. Give me some big names to try and distract me from the season that we've just had. And these don't excite me, my bro. They don't. That's not Arsenal, though, man. You must have had a very depressing life, hoping Arsenal and transfers is gonna make you happy, man. That's not who we are. That's not how we do things. That's not what our club is. You should support City or Real Madrid. That's not Arsenal stuff.
No. See, people say that, but like I said to you, bro, like from day dot one I was on this earth, I was been putting Arsenal shit. So that isn't a choice. And like I said, because I've seen us go from mediocrity to quite a high level, doubles, challenging probably the best manager in UK, England, in my opinion. Yeah, Sir Alex Ferguson. We've gone unbeaten. We're doing things. We're trying to move stadium. We're trying to compete. To then just go back to that mindset that, oh no, we never really used to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's not really...
Majority of our history. We ain't done those things though.
I hear you, but once you start moving in a certain direction, don't you want to keep going down that direction, bro?
Yeah, but you can't guarantee it, though. Do you know what I mean? And I'm not condemning you. I'm just more. I don't really view football like that, innit? I take it for what it is. I can't really be upset about not doing something we used to do because there's been plenty of times in my personal life where I failed. So you get what I'm saying? So I can't go around and pretend I'm an elitist now and I only accept elite and I want elite because human beings can't reproduce that all the time. Like, do you know what I mean? So I don't know. I just take it for what it is, man. And I love Arsenal win, lose or draw, and I'm not gonna come online and bash them. Like, that's not really how I do things.
Jinx, that's cool, man. What I will say is, you're probably comparing Arsenal Football Club too much to yourself, man. Like, this is a football team, bruv. It's not your life experiences, man. Like, what do we do? What do we support a football team for success? Because if you don't support the football team for that,
not me though. That's you. That's why you support a team. That's not why I support Arsenal.
Why do you support Arsenal?
My uncle was my hero, man. When I grew up, I wanted to be like him, and he supported Arsenal. And all the years of, because why I say my life experience, because my life experience of Arsenal, because we didn't win stuff for such big periods of my life, because I'm an old dog, I'm 37. So majority of my life, we haven't won stuff. Nearly. In terms of winning stuff. So I've had to force myself to find other reasons to love my club.
Let me just debunk that just very quickly, because you're 37, yeah. So what, you born in 86 or 87?
Seven. Yeah,
in 89 we won a league title. In 91 we won a league title. In 93 we won a League Cup and an FA Cup. In 94 we won what European trophy was it? It's gone out my head. Completely gone out my head. Yeah, Cup Winners' Cup. In 98, we won a double. In 99, unfortunately, 2000, 2001, we didn't win anything, but we won a double again in 2002, an FA Cup in 2003, league unbeaten league in 2004. 2005, we didn't deserve to win an FA Cup. Bro, you've seen a lot of success. You can't say that. And then obviously Wenger's, latest sort of FA Cups, obviously coming then, in 14, 15, and 17, and Arteta in 20. You've seen a lot of success. You know what success feels like. So you can gauge between what successful Arsenal teams are, because you've seen the most successful Arsenal teams in history play. You have done. So what I'm saying to you is would you deem this as an acceptable Arsenal successful period? No, because in the last 5 years, we haven't even got to a final. Like, you've seen us lift a gold trophy, bro. Come on. You've seen Thierry Henry and Bergkamp. Now you're seeing Martin Odegaard and Kai Havertz. That is, if that's not one of the worst drop-offs in world history, I don't know what is, man.
All right, so cool. But all those periods you named, there's still big periods in between those when we ain't won, innit? So you want to choose the times we have, and I tend to choose the times we ain't. So potato. Do you know what I mean?
One thing I'll say for Jinx, sorry, I'll let you continue. You've always no. He's always been like this though. Like, it's on the same, never a foul, any kind of stream. It's always been like that. And to be honest with you, I'm kind of jealous, bro. I'm kind of jealous. Sometimes I wish I could. No, I'm not even joking. Sometimes I wish I could just feel like that and just be free of it all. Do you know what I mean? I honestly do. But sorry, I interrupted you, my bro. Go on. What was you saying?
Because it's years of having this attitude of putting my whole mood based on how Arsenal do, that I grew up and I don't do self-harm no more. Do you get what I mean?
I do envy that. Do you
get what I mean?
Yeah,
and
I envy that.
And I love, win, lose or draw, I love my club. And I noticed since a boost in this football YouTube stuff, there's a lot, like, you have to be around other fans a lot. And then, it's just shamelessness and digs. There's tribalism. And then you have to put up with that. So when you have to put up with that, you tend to be harder on what you have to deal with. Go on, sorry.
Can I ask you a question? Do you think, let's just say for argument's sake, and this football club don't actually give a toss what the fans think unless it's positive. They don't. They don't listen to fans like me. But let's just say for argument's sake, Arsenal Football Club really did listen to fans, and they haven't won anything for the last 5 years. What style of support would you reckon would be better for this football club, yours or mine? where you're just happy to support the club, win, lose, or draw, and I want to put pressure on them and say this isn't good enough, win.
I'm not like Hitler or a dictator. So I
I'm
think
not
everybody
Hitler either or a dictator. You're swerving the question.
No, because you're asking me a question from a viewpoint where I put premise of what I want other people to do over what they actually want to do, innit? I think every human being should get to make their own choice of how they interact with their football club.
That also isn't the question.
No, because the question would be me telling people what to do and how to support the club. Do you get what I mean?
It still isn't the question, though.
So I'm lost then.
The question is if Arsenal listen to the fan base, in this hypothetical, do they or don't they? Yeah. If they did. Arsenal do listen to the fan base, yeah, and the fans, what they say does make a difference, yeah. Let's just go with that narrative. Arsenal Football Club listen. Mikel Arteta listens to the fans. Stan Kroenke and Josh listen to the fans. Bert listen to the fans. Do you think you saying I'm quite happy, with finishing second, not winning any trophies for 5 years, that's all well and good. If you lose, I'll love you. If you win, I'll love you. If you draw, I'll love you. What do you reckon that would translate to them? Because for me, that would translate to these fuckers are happy anyway. So who really gives a toss? Why would we spend that extra 20, 30, 40 million? Why would we go out there? Or what about me that says, do you know what? I'm sorry, Arsenal Football Club. The last 5 years is not good enough. You need to do better. What do you reckon would translate to future success? You going, oh, well, I don't really give a toss if we win, lose, or draw. I love you anyway. Or me going, now I don't like whether you lose. You need to start winning. And that's where I'm coming from. Bro.
So basically, if the fan base, if the club listens to the fans and there's a fan like i.e. you and a fan i.e. me, because we have opposing views in terms of the club. Yeah. If in the hypothetical realm where the club did listen to fans, I personally think someone like me may be more appealing to their view. But at the end of the day, someone even with your view, even though you're not happy about all the things they say, because I think the club's priority is money, innit? So considering you're someone who pays for a season ticket and you're not happy with all those things, I think it makes no difference because you're still putting money in their pocket and me who isn't. Do you get what I mean? So either way, whoever they listen to, it kind of makes no difference.
You think?
Because
if they think they can get an easy ride, then they're not going to try, innit? It's like when when you've been with your missus for how long, and
just like use that analogy.
You know what I mean? Yeah,
if I've been with mine for 11 years, yeah, trust me. If I'd been with her for 11 weeks, I'll be taking her out to nicer restaurants.
Well, I'm just saying, innit? So are they going to make an effort if they know it's an easy ride? Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. But then, like, if they focus on me, no matter if I have Aaron's viewpoint or if I don't, they still make no money off me because I don't buy season tickets and go to games. Do you get what I mean?
I get that point.
Even if they do follow Aaron and he's not up and he's upset and they have to deal with him being upset, he's still going to spend the money. So it would be worthy for them. It don't make, like, do you get what I mean? It might be worthy for them to follow his viewpoint, but he still spends the money. If you get what I mean.
No, I understand your point, but we're just trying to we're trying to like let you know where the club's going to come from. Who are they more likely going to listen to, regardless of who still spends? They're more likely going to listen to the Get Along gang, right? Because, and the same thing you said to me
is all nice and happy.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean. And the same thing you just said to me, let me spin that back on you because you said, oh, if it's only about success, why don't you go and support City or whatever? Well, if it's only about getting along, why don't these fans go and support QPR or Brentford?
They play nice football and don't win anything.
We're the third biggest club in the country, Chinks.
Because they're happy. So they're not upset in what they support. So why would they need to look elsewhere? They're happy with what they're seeing.
Can I ask you another question?
Happy, that would have to.
Can I ask you another question? How would you still be happy in another 5 years if we still haven't won anything? We'd just be like, I'd just love you anyway. What about in 15 years' time? What about in 20 years' time? When you're 37, I'm 36 nearly, yeah? So we're of a similar age. Like, I just don't want to turn into a 50-year-old man going, oh, yeah, we should have sacked Mikel Arteta 20 years ago, but he's still here and we still haven't won anything. But we love you regardless. I love Arsenal regardless, but I also want them to win. I'm not happy with lose or draw. I'm not, and I never will be because I'm happy with win, not the dog. With a victory.
The dog, by the way.
The dog can do its own thing. Do you know what I mean? But that's what I'm saying. How long do you go with 5 years? Yeah, I love you, win, lose, or draw before it becomes, yeah, do you know what? Actually, maybe we do start needing to win now Come on, it's 20 years ago, bruv. You were 17 years old when we last won the Premier League.
I was
You were
20.
17.
No, but maybe football's way more important to you guys than it is to me.
I
Because
think it is.
I support Arsenal regardless of what happens.
Mm.
And I'm not gonna be, because I'm a person, I don't really put energy into things I can't control. So as much as we get online and bellyache, because we've been here 40 minutes and bellyache, it doesn't actually make a difference. Maybe I'm like a Buddhist or a monk. I just don't focus my energy on stuff I can't change, because I have real actual stuff in my life what if I focus my energy on makes change in it. So maybe my primary happiness in my life is not gained from football. Do you get what I mean? So regardless of what Arsenal are doing, I'm going to have a happy life.
No, that's great. That's Zen, like you said, bro. And
I'm going to support regardless.
Okay, fair play. And I'm jealous that I can't feel like that. But obviously, when you are in this space, bro, it comes with the game. It's the belly of it's the nature of the beast. When you're on YouTube talking one way or the other, you want to come from a place of reality. You want to come from your own heart. I couldn't ever come on here and say, "Hi, welcome to Transfer Daily," and I couldn't do all of that. Because that's not me. That's not how I feel about my team. That's why I came on YouTube, to find like-minded people, because I'm tired of people like Mbappe and Kvaratskhelia and Marmoush and we can never ever be in a conversation for them. Why? We've had TT, we've had Vieira, we've gone invincible. We're the third biggest team in the country, bro. So like I said, the same, and it does mean a lot to me. It does. It does mean a lot to me, and sometimes I wish I could just put it down. You're absolutely right, Chinks. You see that after the first leg against PSG, how flat we were. I was done for a week. I wish I couldn't be like that. I'm just being honest, but it does get to me. I wish I could be like the Zen Master. I honestly do. Was you gonna say something, Aaron?
Yeah, no. One thing I will sort of say is and I'm just gonna throw this out there, man. Like, that's all well and good, like fans like yourself. It's you know, like, let me try and word this right without sounding like a knob. You said, like, basically you got better things going on in your life. I've got a lot of things going on in my life. I'm a father, you know what I mean, all this and all of that. But I love my football and all of that. But the way you're talking to someone like me sounds like you don't really give too much of a fuck. Like, now that coming across to someone like me who's a double, treble, quadruple passionate about the football club is also then like, I'm like, well, I really want to tread on your opinion, but also you're like, well, I don't really give a fuck if we win, draw, or lose. You know, I've got better things in my life and there's more things going on than Arsenal Football Club. I'm just like, all right, cool. Well, I love my football club maybe a lot more than you do. So I don't want to try and tramp on your opinion, but I'm sat there and I'm just like, well, you know, maybe I'm just talking to a fan that sometimes watches the games, just goes to have selfies and things like that. I don't know. I'm not articulating as nicely as I want to.
Yeah, you're really a bit condescending
about it.
You kind of are.
I'm really not. I'm really trying to say what I'm saying.
I've never taken a selfie in my life. I'm really not one of those lads.
Yeah,
but like everything about you saying is like you don't care. That's how you're coming across.
No, I never said that. I don't care.
But that's how you're coming across.
That's what I started with. Maybe I don't care and love the team as much as you guys. Do you get what I mean? But that's what I started with. That was my initial point. And the whole thing is, the whole time we've been here, all your views are your views. I've not combated and said anything about your views, because you're allowed to support your club how you want to support your club.
Of course.
And like, do you get what I mean? And I'm not trying to recruit you to have my viewpoint, because that would be a waste of my time. But I've noticed whenever I give my viewpoint on these, everybody wants to try and convert me. And because the whole analogy of if the fan base follow you or follow me, it's like you want people more to follow what you're doing that way, because in your hypothetical world, the club follow your viewpoint will be us better. It's just my opinion, innit? And you can love the club how you club.
Who's trying to convert you though?
I'm saying when I come, majority of the time when I come on these streams, I give my viewpoint, and then it's a whole load of people asking me about my viewpoint and giving me analogies and hypothetical scenarios of why my viewpoint is not relevant to a degree, or doesn't help the club, or don't help the club progress in it. But I'm not here trying to force anyone, or every viewpoint you lot have given, I don't discredit it, or do you know what I mean?
You don't care enough. That's the point. You've already said it yourself, because you don't care enough. That's why you're not doing it. Your own words.
Isn't it? But one thing I will say about
as much as you, not enough. You get what I mean?
One thing I will say is that he's always held the standpoint, though. It don't ever change, and it don't matter whether he's in the panel of top gooners, as we call them, or bottom gooners like us. like his opinion does always stay the same, and this is his viewpoint.
No, big up.
That's one thing I'll
for
say.
that.
Obviously,
Big
you
up,
lot can have your disagree. I'm not here to be like, oh, please, like this is what we're here for. I don't want an echo chamber. This is what we're here for. So,
no, big up.
so
big
I do want to point that out because people that haven't seen Chinks a lot, this is his standpoint all the time, every time, anywhere he's gone. So,
and you know, and just on a bigger grasp of thing of like, because football's football and football is amazing. It helps men with mental health and stuff like that. But in the bigger scheme of mental health and stuff, and your own betterment as a person, and just having a better week and month and life and season, do you think it's logical to base your mood on what 11 men do on a pitch?
I do get where you're coming from with that. I get it.
It's like a vice.
Do you understand what I mean?
You're coming from. I can to a degree. However, unfortunately, I can't help it. But I get where you're coming from. I do with that.
Dopamine's a hell of a drug, though. It's a vice at the end of the day.
If you can separate yourself from it, all the power to you, man. I unfortunately can't.
Same. It pisses me off. I can't stop that. Do you know what I'm saying? Obviously, I have combated is obviously trying to take it out on other people because, like Chinks is saying, mental health and all that. I get it, but dopamine's a hell of a drug, my guy. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna assume that you have any vice. I mean, everyone's got. Yeah, it could be gaming, it could be traveling. Yeah, dopamine's a hell of a drug. I mean, I come back.
So that's it, man. That's a good drug.
Yeah, like, and I combat people every day. They're like, oh, you know, you're just a fair weather. Go and support it. And I'm like, how can I be fair weather? If you love something, you let it go. You know, you criticize. But like I said, it's as you said, it's all about viewpoints and perceptions, and maybe your general outlook on life. For me, football is a vice. And it does. It weighs me down, bro. I will admit it 100%. It weighs me down. It really does. But what do you guys think, though? Because obviously I've done this one where I've got this. Sorry, wrong way. I got Bin Laden and Sesko here over here. As you said, man, you've been hearing some of the news. What's your thoughts on it? Like you said, you just don't care. Like it's.
I don't really know. Like I don't know. I don't trust the papers, and you know, and maybe it's a byproduct of being an Arsenal fan so long. I've had the viewpoint of, like, you know, like when the football's not giving you your happiness, you may go somewhere else, and then it's transfers. And then every year, you know how many years we've been linked to Benzema, meant to buy Higuain, and how many years we've been one player away and stuff like that. I don't really give it like focus until they have the shirt. If you get what I mean.
Yeah.
Until they have the shirt, and I don't know, because whoever they sign, because if it's not Isaac, it's not my number one choice. So anything else, I just hope it works.
Right.
Because I've seen Isaac, I've seen what he's made our defenders look like, and I think our defense is very good. So anything that's not Isaac is kind of the same to me, and it's a mystery because I don't watch Bundesliga and the Portuguese league.
Fair play. So I'll ask you one more question before I bring Aaron back in. Like, so just looking obviously from your point of view, what do you think that this team needs, if anything, to then actually push on next year and try and challenge? Because this year wasn't a challenge. Do you know what I'm saying? Like we didn't lead not one day. Like, I can't call it a challenge, bro. But like I said, that's here nor there. In your opinion, because some people say we only need a striker, other people say we need 6-7 players. What's your opinion on that, bro?
On what the squad needs?
Yeah. So we don't fall behind next season. We can actually challenge, because you know the pressure's on for this guy to win now. So what do we need?
Let me think. I think our squad's good. I like our squad, but I'd say I don't know if it's a striker, but we need a forward. We need someone who's gonna. We need a. Let me think. I say I want Eze. Eze. Yeah. Does this have to be realistic or anybody in the world?
Well, to be fair, anyone you want, who you think. I mean, it can be steeped in realism, but it's whatever you think, my bro.
I want Eze, because he can cover for Odegaard and the wing as well. Eze, and I don't know Sesko or Gyökeres, so I'd say Isaac. And you lot may hate me for this, you know. I'd even take Rashford, you know.
Swear down.
I'd take Rashford, you know.
I would have in January.
Pardon?
I would have in January. Just have to say.
Yeah. I'd take Watkins, because I feel like we need a bit of I think Arteta's style is very controlled and very like he gets mad involved. He's so like, do this, do that. Like he has a game plan and everybody sticks to that game plan. And I noticed that the players that have looked good going forward for us and are alternative to our team, because our team have been with Arteta, so they're kind of in his mold. I noticed Skelly and Calafiori, they've kind of, and Nwaneri have been around Arteta the least. So they're the least kind of meshed down by his kind of style of play to a degree. And they seem a bit more adventurous going forward. And they're a bit more unpredictable in a way. In terms of what all our other players do. And I think Rashford is unpredictable. And even Nunes, like, you know, like them kind of mayhem. I feel like we need someone with a bit of mayhem in our front line. So that's why Rashford, and that would get a shout for me.
Well, I mean, like I said, I mean, there's an argument purely because of how he's played since leaving Man United. So I ain't gonna obviously piss on that. Big up everyone in the chat. I am gonna get to these comments soon. My bro Aaron, did you need to scoot or is everything all right?
Yeah. No. I was only. I did message. I was only going to do 10 minutes. But,
yeah, no worries. Listen,
me,
you're always welcome, bro.
Turns into 20. Turns into 30.
it's a washing machine going Rambo.
Bruv, listen, man, that was going on. Did you hear it at any stage?
No, I didn't even hear it.
Look, mate,
I couldn't hear it either, but it's half term, so I know it is. I've got a full house as well.
This thing has been a bastard all day.
Oh shit, it's right there.
I had to pull it out earlier, so it broke, and I've been on the Google all morning and the YouTube going, oh, it's broke, it's making some weird noise. I finally fixed it after ages, and then like it's like you can't see it now. It's just started rattling, and it's just started rattling out there. I'm like, it does sound just like, mate. Honestly, it's fucking. I don't know how you didn't hear it, man. That's why I was on mute for a little bit.
Didn't hear it, bro.
You done well, bro.
Yeah, you done very well.
Honestly, it had the AKs out, man, and honestly, it was ridiculous.
No,
but listen, yeah, I was going to do 10 minutes. You know how YouTube goes.
Okay. Always love when you come on, my bro. Always welcome, man. What you got coming up? Are you doing your show later?
Yeah. I'm gonna have the call in later. Yeah. I think at 8, half 8 or something like that. Was set it for. I can't remember. I'm sure it's half 8. But no, thank you very much for having me on, Chinks. Even though we disagree, it's really nice meeting you. That's sincere. I don't lie to people's faces. It's very nice to meet you.
Of course, man. Appreciate it.
We've got opposing views, but both are equally 50% as valid as each other, or 100% technically, I suppose. You know where I was going with that. You know what I mean? They're equal. They're the same. None's worse than the other. We just think different. And do you know what? If we all thought the same, how fucking boring would YouTube and the world be? You know
true.
I mean?
Very true.
Absolutely right. It'd be a snore fest. But now, again, pleasure to meet you, Chinks. Views, thank you very much for having me on. Chat. Last subscribe. I don't know if you got a channel, Chinks, but
no, I'm subscribed to you just now, man. Big up, man.
Yeah. If you ain't got a channel, maybe you should have one, because you at least we may disagree, but you're consistent, and that's what I rate above every single thing else. You don't flip flop. That's how you feel, and that changes, man. And I respect that above everything else.
Facts.
You're consistent. That's how you feel, man. No one's trying to change that.
What games you on the old PlayStation? I see you got the headset.
Yeah. Boy, man, I'm playing. I just took this off charge. I'm playing. What do you call it? The Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh yeah.
What a game that is! Like, I'm so late to the party, and I've got the PS5, the Director Cut thing. I'm playing for it now, and it was a slow burner for me because I'm not used to like the Japanese-esque style sort of like games. But obviously, it's like a lot of the other games. You know what I mean? It's just patched in a Japanese sort of style, but it's wicked, man.
No,
it's so good. But other games, like I used to be wicked at Call of Duty back in the day, but now my missus is better than me. He plays it more than me. I'm ashamed to say it, but I've got to be honest. If I've got to be consistent, I've got to be honest. And if I've got to be honest, I've got to say that she's slightly a little bit better than me now. But no, yeah.
That must burn. I know that burns.
It burns. I'll take it out on her in the bedroom. Don't worry about it. Yeah. I mean, FIFA. The FIFA, I'm old school. I'm a career mode on FIFA, so it's just a copy and paste every single season in it. So I don't really play it anymore. But I like a bit of Gran Turismo. I like all them sort of games, man. But yeah, that's what I'm into now. Ghost of Tsushima, man. What a fucking game that is.
Drop your gamer tag, man. Drop your gamer tag in the chat, man.
Yeah,
private chat or
private chat or whatnot if you don't want to share.
I'll chat in the private one. I'm sure. Was it an @ tag? I'm sure it's.
I think it is.
Yeah, it should be.
I'm just this.
Oh,
And by the way, I set this up. I set this up when the PS3 came out. Okay, so I was about 18. So bear with me at the number at the end. Yeah, come on, man.
That could have been a lot worse. That could have been a lot worse, though. That could have been a lot worse.
Okay? Yeah.
oh,
The
come
day
on,
it come
big
out in March 2008, I think the PS3 come out, and that was the first ever login. Do you know what? Yeah, I was one of the first. I think 10,000 people in the UK to sign into PlayStation Network. And then the people that will know, they'll know. They sent me out the James Bond Casino Royale on Blu-ray for free.
Wow,
Being one of the first people to, have a little Google. Yeah, if you're one of the first few people, they sent you out Blu-ray, the Casino Royale on Bluray, yeah, for free. Yeah,
a veteran gamer, man, veteran.
Yeah. Well, I'm a fucking old fart. Well, we're both old. Oh, you're a year
Yeah,
older than
I'm
me.
older than you, bro. What's going on? What's going on?
How old are you? How old are you? How
I'm
old are you?
41, bro.
Oh, he's a fucking veteran. You
Yeah,
can't.
1984, bro.
You don't look it, fucking hell.
He's a war veteran. He's not just a veteran.
I said I should have been having my poppy in that. Yeah, maybe I should change it to Uncle Views, innit? Instead of Views on Sport.
We all look in our 20s.
No, for true. Yeah. To a degree, late, mid to late. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Mid to late, yeah. We're a group of 28, 29-year-olds, isn't we?
You know what I mean? They can't tell. But listen, man, always a pleasure, my bro. Always a pleasure, my bro.
Big up to both of you, man.
Pleasure to meet you.
I'll catch you all soon, man. No, pleasure as well. Big up chicks, big up views, big up chat. Take care, everyone, man.
World class, man. Big up Aaron, man. Aaron Talks Arsenal. I know you guys are probably already subscribed, but if not, get over there and subscribe. Big up Static on the likes. Big up Dr. Seymour Butts. Hope you're well today. Arteta doesn't like mayhem. No, he don't. Big up Vanta Silva. He's saying, cheers, Aaron. It's me, Everest. That's an amazing game. Are we talking about Ghost of Tsushima? Yeah. Decent. Man was playing Sniper Elite not long ago. That's quite good as well. Yeah, man. Big up Jordan. Big up, guys. I'm going to transfer stream soon. Okay, so more transfer talk. Big yourself up. Big up Static Views. There's no updates yet about Sesko. Anything you hear now is fake news. However, reported yesterday, Marquinhos has finally left Arsenal permanently. He joined Cruzeiro. Wow.
Did we even get any money for that? That was ridiculous.
Wow. Yeah, I don't, bro. I know we paid like what 3-4 million or something for him. So, but if he's finally left. I mean, what do you think about that? I mean, we need to kind of trim off the extra fat, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
He's got to go, man.
Yeah, definitely got to go.
If you had to make a choice, yeah, because I feel like we got to get rid of Trossard and Martinelli, yeah, because this is what I'm struggling with. Who'd you get rid of and who'd you keep?
For me, I'd keep Martinelli, you know,
because of the youth.
Not just because of the youth, but I feel like under Emery, I feel like, I don't know, Emery kind of got a bit more out of him. Like with Arteta's system, like, you know, because that's why Martinelli always gets the start, because he does work hard. He tracks back. He does that part of the game.
He works hard, man.
He works hard. So for as much as I see him running forward, I'm seeing him running backwards, which I think is a bit negative. But I feel like he kind of offers the team more because he's younger. And if the coaches do change eventually, then maybe someone will tell him to lift his head up a little bit. Because I think that's the only problem with Martinelli. Do you know what I mean?
You look to the floor.
Yeah, bro. Do you know what I mean? Lift your head up a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Maybe take on your man a little bit more. But like I said, I think that's why he starts more than Trossard, because he does the tracking back. He works for the team a lot harder. So for me personally, you know, I would keep Martinelli over Trossard. But I understand also, and I'll put this to you, because there's been talk that we might have to get rid of one of our centre-backs if we want to buy players and all that kind of stuff. I'd rather get rid of Martinelli than break up the centre-back pairing. I
hear you. Oh, one of the main centre-backs, you mean?
One of the mains, bro.
Shit.
No side pieces, no one of the mains, Gabriel or Saliba. And obviously they're having their contracts renewed as well. So obviously that will give us a bit more, because that's what Berta, hopefully, you know what I mean? So we can actually start selling players at a decent value if we have to. But so long story short, if you ask me, like, I'd keep Martinelli, but if you're telling me we got to sell assets, then he would probably be on the chopping board for me. I don't know how you feel about it.
Martinelli would, or Trossard?
Yeah, no, Martinelli. Okay. I feel like we get more for him. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know, it's weird because I do Arsenal too much, and I listen to too many podcasts and too many happy, clappy, positive ones, innit? Right, so I think a good part of where, like, our squad ain't necessarily the biggest squad, but all the positions are covered because our players have so much versatility. So like Calafiori can play centre back, left back. Gabriel can play centre back, left back. Saliba could play right centre back, left centre back. Timber can play centre back, right back. Ben White can play right back, centre back. Rice can play 6 and 8. Trossard could play left, right, AM, CF. So I think versatility is Havertz can play AM, CF. I think versatility is like a key point what our team is based on, and it allows us to have less players, but maybe of a little bit higher quality. Hence why we got rid of Nketiah and Smith Rowe and them, man. So I think a good part of our squad is versatility, and Trossard has way more versatility than Martinelli. Because I think the common sense one is Martinelli to keep, because as you said, and his value as well, he's got sell value. But then now at the moment, I think Trossard's had better seasons recently. So I'm genuinely like, I'm lost.
It's hard, isn't it? Yeah.
I thought it was such an easy cut and shut, but I'm actually lost now. And now I'm at the point where, you know, that Arsenal thing where we never sell the guy when we're meant to sell the guy. And it's like, why? And I'm still having this illness of not knowing when to get rid of a man that we need to get rid of. Like, and I can't I'm struggling to get out of there. Like, and I know I should know and do better, but I just can't. It's just on me. It's in me.
I get it. Trossard, it's a hard one because he did. For me, he probably would have been first on the chopping block because he didn't renew his contract. So unless, and even now we're talking about Trossard getting more money, but I don't know if the contract's being extended, which makes no sense to me. No sense, you know, that's so now I'm looking at Berta like, come on, bro. Like, I know, do you know what I mean? You can't do everything in one season, but we got to get rid of this Ronald McDonald because we've never been good at selling players. So, and you're right. You know, Trossard, I think he's a very good sub, and he has probably contributed more even this season than Martinelli. Martinelli's had a nice little purple patch of late, but overall, I think you're right. So it is a big dilemma. It really is. Like, excuse the pun. Used to be my MC name dilemma. You get me? Like, but you know, like, yeah, bro. Like, it's very, very hard. But like I said, the stage that we're at now, because as you said, we're always kind of lopsided. We've never got the balance. I don't want to break up these two centre backs if it means we have to do that to go and buy someone else. I don't want to do that.
That's stupid, man. That's,
you know what I mean?
Stupid, man.
It makes no sense, my bro. So
like, the best defense for how long? Like, why are you gonna?
Right. And so I do not want to see that happen. So when I hear about these things, this is why I just feel like I just been sparked, where it's like, are we never gonna learn? Are we never gonna just put it together? Have it on this side, have it on that side. It's together. It might not be together forever. You understand? But it's together, and we can have some good times again, some success, and then we can justify why we've kept a basic amateur for all this time, and then we can give him his credit and say, you know what, you actually did something. You won something. Let's pick you up, because I only want to be proven wrong. I love Arsenal more than I love Arteta. You know, if Arteta was to win this Champions League this year, I would have shut my mouth with factory reset settings, bro. You understand what I'm saying? Because you've done it now, and you've given me something not even my dad got to see before he passed. I would have given you all the flowers in the world, bro. You know what I mean?
So do you because maybe I've drunk the Arteta Kool-Aid too much, yeah. Right. But do you think in time he will win something, or do you think he just ain't got it? Because I before you go, so I maybe I could be wrong, and I don't want to be wrong because I want him to win something. But I don't know what it is, but I feel like he can do it.
Same. He's come so close.
Yeah,
he's come so close. Like, you know me, I've got the Guna bingo. That's part of it. He's come so close. But what it is, bro, is that I just don't know, because I feel like until he sorts himself out internally, he ain't gonna win anything. Because look at a man like Conte. He tried to do his little. He tried to play when he took over Chelsea. I'm pretty sure he tried to play like a 4-4-2 or whatever. If there's any Chelsea fans in the chat, let me correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Or he tried to play his style. I know it was one or the other. Like, it was either a 4 at the back or a 4 at the back.
It wasn't
working. It weren't working. So then he's like, you know what? I'm humble enough to know this ain't working. Switch it. And then he went on and done bits. I don't see Arteta doing that, my bro. Like, we got Timber out. It's party at right back. We got this man here, that man. We're making 3 changes to accommodate one man. And if we're so versatile, we shouldn't need to do that. Do you get me?
Yeah, so I can criticize, because I think he doesn't. He's getting better at it. But he doesn't have he's got faith in a very few limited amount of players.
Right. Right.
And because having Smith Rowe and Nketiah and all these men before, I can see that there was no point in them being there because you're not really going to use them and utilize them. And I think this season he might have got a bit better at it. But as you just said, that whole accommodating, switching 3 people to accommodate 1 person, that sounds like, oh, I've got these trusted players and they got to play. So he's 100% got to get better at that.
Yeah, they got to play. So you got your like teachers' pets, and we was all giving him credit for getting rid of the wages, getting rid of the toxic players, building an atmosphere, bringing the fans back together. And now it's like the Ouroboros, bro, because we're right back to square one, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Now we got the inners and outers, we got exorbitant wage fees. Now we're stuck with some of these players like a Kai Havertz, you know, like Gabriel.
You don't think Kai Havertz is like a good player? Or you don't like him?
Do you know what it is? I think he'll bang like back in Germany or something, or you'll bang in La Liga or Serie A. I just don't think the Premiership's for him, bro. I just see him too much on the floor. And yes, I do see 1 or 2 good things from him, but it's not like that's all I will see in a game, for instance. So on the eye test, I think he had a purple patch. Like, and then I was getting annoyed when we had Havertz up front. He was actually scoring and producing for us, and then Mikel would try and bring him back into the midfield. Do you know what I mean? Because Jesus came back, things like that. So I was getting annoyed. So I could see the value in what he was, but I was still looking at it like even now, I don't think he will score 20 goals in a league season for us. And
he was on form for that, you know, this season till he got injured because he got 50. I think he's still our top scorer, bro, which is mad.
That's what I'm saying. For the first time in over 100 years, we haven't had players on double or what is it? I can't even remember what the record was. We've had so many double figures
or double figures goals or something.
Goals. Because obviously GA will count, like, you know. And you're right, but for me, I was just always looking at him like
he's not an A. He's not an A. Because this is the same problem I had with Giroud. I was always expecting him to be an A, but he's a B. He's a B striker, and then it made me spoil my whole viewpoint of him. Because actually, I think he scored more goals for France than Henry. He actually done what he scored some amazing goals from us. Because I had the lens of him. I need an A striker.
Right.
I put too much, and that could be down to the club even. Because where he got a B as an A. If we had an A and a B, you wouldn't put so much weight on this. Because Havertz ain't our A.
No,
he's a decent B.
That's what I've been saying. But and even like what he did with Moreno against Leicester, where he brought him off the bench. For me, he's got the same kind of profile as a Havertz. You brought him off the bench and he come and bang 2 goals in the last 20 minutes. That's what I think. There's a space for Havertz, bro. Wages, that's the thing that's why I don't want Williams. It's the cost. That's why I don't want Williams, my bro, because he wants 400k a week. You don't justify that. You don't justify that. So I'm just like, you know, so you're right. And it looks like we are going to get Sesko. I mean, obviously, Static was saying this all talk. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. And maybe that would bang if you actually play them both together. But all I'm saying is, look, I don't even blame Havertz. You never said Arsenal come and sign me. Arsenal come and put me on this mad wage. You never said Arsenal come and put me up front. You understand? We did that. Arteta did that. But now I feel like, and I use the Conte as the example, you're just dying on your sword instead of just saying you're being wrong and strong, instead of just saying, you know what, let me hold my hands up, bro. That didn't work. Do you get it? And let me try and evolve. And because all you had to do is tweak 22, 23, but it's kind of broke it all down and it's kind of changed and just got more and more defensive. I mean, do you think he'll change the style next year? I might have even asked you that.
You know what? Because I was with you for that, you know, that whole, because 22, 23, we were scintillating, like we were just rolling man over. But I think that's an important season, yeah, because I think that struck a fear in him, yeah, because even though we're expansive, yeah, we still kind of, we were so good going forward. We weren't, like, we didn't win in it. So I think like that style of play, and even Spurs kind of play, not exactly, but that gung-ho, very attacking football. But you know what's mad? I don't think, it's when we played PSG, yeah, it made me think, because we kind of adopted that more. We kind of said, fuck it against PSG. We had 6-man attacking. Timber was outside and inside of Saka, pause on the wing and all stuff like that. And then I saw it and it looked amazing. And then the ball didn't go in the net. And then they got one chance, hit the post, and then another chance and scored. So, I don't think the squad, because until that PSG game, I was like, bro, just take the handbrake off. Like, just go. Yeah. But I think Arteta knows the squad so well. And I think in some games against better opposition, that style of play where we defensively can't maintain it because we always fucking lose.
Yeah.
We lose and it hurts, man. It hurts.
Because I feel like because as you said, I think we still got the best defense, even though it has been a little bit shaky this season. I purely think it's because of the midfield and attack not finishing their dinner. It just puts more on the defense. Sorry, I just had to kind of cut in. You was in the flow there, my bro. My apologies, man.
Yeah, man. So that 22-23, I think deep down Arteta knows we can't do that and win stuff. We might win a good amount of games, but there's going to be some games where that don't work. And I think because 22-23 handbrake off, 23-24 was
kind of like 50.
It was handbrake on first half, and he kind of let the handbrake off when we came back from Dubai, and we kind of flew. So I think he kind of had to mesh, and then that still didn't work. And then this season, I think we didn't really get a go of what he was doing, because you know what, it sounds like a violin and all that, but the red cards and players getting sent off and playing majority of games, and then we're having to come from behind, and then we're having to adopt a style of play where it ain't. So I don't even really know what this season was to a degree, because of all the injuries and players filling in and stuff like that. So I don't know where we're at the moment. I don't know where we're at, or I'm very intrigued to see what we're going to do next season.
Right.
Kind of thing.
Right. Are you confident for next season?
Yeah, man. I'm confident.
Sort of thing. Yeah. I hear it, bro. Let me get through a couple of these chats. Big up, it's me, Everest. He said, I went to the bank to reactivate my debit card and my account is so old. Instead of 13 digits, it has 11. The banker was so stunned seeing my number. Jesus, gave you a chuckle. Yeah. Money laundering play. I think we're talking about Marquinhos there. Tross has to go. Different option. Yeah, I mean, everyone has their own takes on it. It's very, very difficult, in my opinion. Martinelli should be converted into a striker. What do you make of that, bro? Do you think he'll middle?
Yeah, because he's played well. He's played well up front. Yeah, I can't disagree with that. I can't disagree with that at all, man.
I was calling for it, especially when we played Real Madrid, because I wanted to keep their defenders honest. You know what I'm saying? This is before we knew that, you know, we was going to outrun them, because they were lazy in those games, bro. Do you know what I mean? But I kind of digress. Arteta is like Brendan Rodgers. He got close with Liverpool. Sometimes it's like that. Like I said, I think Arteta will win in his career. I'm not saying the guy is totally shit, but what I'm saying is like, it's a what have you done for me lately? It's half a decade. Do you know what I mean? Like this season, I just wanted to leave with Sutton, Chinks, Denzel Settings. Just leave with Sutton. You know what I mean? Like, yeah.
You know what's mad as well, Views? Yeah, you see this, because I get that. I get the Brendan Rodgers analogy perfectly, innit? I understand it, and it's very similar, innit? But you know what scares me? Yeah, I feel like Tottenham got hoodwinked with Pochettino. I feel like they shouldn't have sacked him. I feel like if they would have gave him time, that he may have come good in the end. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Pause. And I'm scared of, because you know what it is, yeah? Because I don't really care about external to our fan base's viewpoint, because I know deep down at their heart, they don't want the best for us, innit? So, and I've noticed that, like say, for example, Amorim, Ten Hag, and these managers that are whack, yeah, I've noticed opposition fans, they say, no, keep him. Like, you see Ange, opposition fans say, keep him, man. He's like, you get what I'm saying? When your manager's shit, opposition fans want you to keep him. Then when he's good, you might get hoodwinked like Tottenham. You don't win nothing. You don't win. Get rid of him. And now they're so far bar in the Europa. I give them credit for that, because a trophy's a trophy. But there was all those years in between when they didn't win stuff. And I think Poch would have won something. So I don't want to get poached. Do you get what I mean? I don't know whether it's Brendan Rodgers or Poch yet. I don't want to get poached.
Don't want to get poached. How long would it take you to kind of make that distinction, bro? Like, obviously, like I said, it's been 5.5 years now.
I feel like, as much as I'm of the ilk of whoever's there and I want them to stay and win stuff, I feel like this season, if he doesn't win something, I think whispers. I think me personally, as much, because I understand the last season injuries and all of that, and of course there's context, because let's say I don't know, if you go to the last day of the season and Saka gets shot and someone DDTs Gabriel and then we lose the league, or they all get food poisoning, I think those contexts may change my view and stuff. But at this moment, I feel like this coming season, he has to prioritize better and win one thing, because I feel like we prioritized bigger trophies and dismissed the smaller ones, and I think it kind of backfired this season. So I feel like next season, show me you can do it, and I don't care even if it's a small trophy. You have to win something.
Right. Now, well, yeah. I mean, obviously, a lot of people have run out of patience, but obviously, there is still a lot of people with patience, like yourself. It's not a foregone conclusion. It's basically 50-50. Well, probably not even. There's probably more people that are saying, right, next season he's got to do this. Next season he's got to do that. That was me this season. Like, you know, if he carries on with the way he's going on, you know, being stubborn, just not even coming out and saying the right things, for God's sake, man. You're just getting caught in bold-faced lies. 1 minute is, oh, look at the Liverpool tally, and the next minute when Tottenham wins something is, oh, I don't compare teams. It's like, come on, bro, man. Like, you're embarrassing us, bro. You're embarrassing us. We've held enough corn this season. Do you know what I'm saying? Big up Dr. Seymour Butts, 29 good. Bentner was better forward than him. Waste to spin. Bro, I just think he'll bang somewhere else, bro. Like I said, La Liga, even Odegaard to a degree. Big up Like Thief, welcome on in. He said Giroud is well better than Havertz. Bro, Giroud is, you know, as we've been saying, you know, the more like you think about it, you know what I mean? Giroud, he had a lot of qualities.
I was never saying that Havertz was better than Giroud. I'm just saying like that they're B strikers is what I kind of meant. Yeah. Because I wouldn't be silly enough to say that at this point.
I get it. Big up Vigilante. He said 101 years since a player scored 10 or more.
Yeah, that can't be true, can it?
I think it is, my bro. I think it really is.
Havertz scored more than Saka scored more than 10, no? And Havertz.
Not this season.
Havertz scored 15. Does he mean in the league, maybe? I'm sure Havertz scored 15 goals this season.
Yeah, check that. No, because it came out on another stream. A few people have been saying it. So I don't know. Vigilante, if you can check that out for me.
Aubameyang won a golden boot. He had to have scored more than 10.
No. Yeah. Of course.
That's what I'm thinking.
It's 101 years since none of our players have got.
Oh! I thought since we did.
What it is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think that's what it is. That makes more sense. I think that's what it is. Havertz needs to be. So it's not going to happen, Dio. It's not going to happen. Pay too much money. He's on too high of a wage. I don't think we've got. You know, we'd probably end up having to sell him for half the fee we paid. Big up, Mike. Welcome on in. He said agreed. Sorry, I'm taking so long to get to it. I don't know what we're agreeing to, but big yourself up. Big up Dio, would sell Trossard over Martinelli. So a few people are saying Trossard, fair play. Dio
this was hilarious. This was fucking hilarious.
22-23 handbrake was off. 23-24 Arteta tried to learn how to drift. 24-25 Arteta crashed the Lambo, so the handbrake is fully up now. Bro, I honestly feel like we have gone backwards this year. Like, I don't think we've won. I know there has been context and injuries and referee decisions, but like I said, if you fail to prepare to fail. You know, you would have known about the rules. You would have known about the possibility of more Champions League games. You would have known that we're going to have 3 international breaks before Christmas. You would have known all of that. So why have you come in with the smallest squad in the Premier League? So I hear all the context, and you are right. If any team had injuries and players sent off, and they would struggle, but like I said, it's a known fact that we've got the smallest squad in the Premier League. And this season, I don't think we've won more than 3 or 4 games in a row in the league anyway, that's not Arsenal season. Do you know what I mean? It really ain't. So yeah, I think that's a good comment. Big up Dio. Dio also said, I think Arteta wins the league in the next 5 seasons. So what, he's gonna have to be here a decade to win it. But I know the Arsenal fan base will be in full civil war of our status. Yeah, I think you're right, bro. I think you're right. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Let me apologize, because I'm one of those people. I can't help it. I wish I could. I wish I could be a Zen master like Chinks, you know, like that. Big up Gavin. He's saying big up views, big yourself up, man. Welcome on in. Hyper protagonist, big up views, big up
hype, man. Big up hype.
Man, big up hyper each and every time. Peppermint Freedom, big up views and Chinks, big yourself up, my bro. AJ, I'm sorry, a cup shouldn't be able to save him at this point. This is what I'm trying to say. There are people that feel differently. There really are. Do you get me? But there are people there's a lot more people that feel like Chinks, though. That's just the reality.
You think so?
Yeah, bro. I really do, man.
I think online, though, I think there's more people who share your opinion, man.
I don't know, man. I mean, you obviously got a gal, you got Christian, you got Harry Sinew.
A girl's more like me, you would say, isn't it?
Nah, yeah, a gal he's a positive, but he weren't, because in 2021 he was saying get Arteta out, and now he's come full circle in it. So it's not like people can't change their opinion. Do you know what I mean? But a gal is like Arteta in. And with me, it's like, you know, this guy, whether you're a novice or not, that's not even the thing, right? The thing with me is, all right, cool, you can be a novice, but if you've got good ideas and you've got good practices and you can do your thing, that don't matter to me. Yeah, improve us. It's not our job to improve you. and build up your CV. Because now wherever he goes, he can walk into a decent job now, bro. If he just left Man City and said, "Oh, I got my badges, I want to become a manager," it could have been spooky. He could have ended up anywhere. But now when he leaves, he's gonna get a decent job, and I believe he can win if he stops being so stubborn, bro. Look at yourself, self-reflect. Do you see what I'm saying? Because you've been making mistakes this year, and I've been onto you for it, bro. Keep persisting with Partey, and the amount of points that we dropped just in those games where you kept persisting with Partey at right back, we could have at least been a lot closer, or even in a challenge. I'm telling you. But anyway, let me get back into this chat quickly. One trophy from a possible 22 doesn't lie. Arteta not good enough, but he's so close, guys. He's so close. You get me? And like I said, you know, he's done some good things. But at the end of last season, I was kind of like, all right. I was feeling, man, at the end of last season. You're standing on the pitch. Cool. I thought you was talking from the heart. You get me? Talking about don't make this ain't enough. You get me? Boom, boom, boom. Second, like feel the pain, let it fuel you. I'm like, yeah, Michael Jackson settings. This summer, this is it. You know, like that. This summer, this is it. Third time lucky.
You know what? I feel like something's going on behind the scenes as well. Not with Arsenal, because I know it's last transfer window, not January, the one before the summer. No one really spent any money, like nobody. And I'm like, why? Like, why is no one spending money? Like, and then January popped around and City spent 200 million, but they're facing however many charges and they got unlimited resources. So I feel like there's something going on behind scenes. That
you know what it is, Chinks. I spoke to Matty earlier on. He was on Big Up Matty under the lens Southern Gooner, yeah. But obviously we're in a group chat as well. He said from the start of the season that there's like cash flow issues in America. It's not like big public knowledge, but there's cash. So he said, don't be surprised if the American owners, especially that own English teams, they're not affected by this. And I'm like, nah, surely that can't be right. And lo and behold, you've seen the season that we just had in January.
Liverpool got American owners.
Exactly. So this year, maybe that might be turning around. That's why we're in the transfer market now for a Sesko, and look at what they're doing with Wirtz, and so that's obviously turned itself around now. But he said, Big Up Matty, he told me right at the start of the season, don't be surprised if nothing major happens this summer and for the season, and he called it. Big Up Vigilante, he said, Chinks, I get what you're saying, but I doubt Liverpool fans are worried about Rodgers when Klopp was the next manager. Nothing wrong with change. No, but obviously it's a fair point, but obviously Chinks feels like many people that he is close, and if you give him the pieces, he might win it. All I will say is that if he does get Sesko, that's his piece. No one can deny that. If he does get his pieces and still we don't win nothing,
he's got a point, because I am worried that if we do sack him and we regress, that's not what I want, bro, man. That's not what I want, man. Because I can't beat myself up no more, views, man. I've told you this before. I remember when I was at home and I was like, because I can't watch if we lose, man. Like, I can't watch match of the day. I can't consume all my football and all the stuff when we lose. But there was a point when I had to start getting into boxing, views, because I needed a sports fix, bro. And at the moment, I know like there's been periods where we've won stuff, and I'm telling you, like, these past, maybe not this last year, but you see those 2 years in my most recent history, this is the most I've enjoyed watching my team for as long in a season and a period as I could. And I'm just grateful for that, man. It was so nice. I started doing football YouTube. You think when we had Mustafi wearing do-rags and underpants, I could sit down and the hairman, like, you get what I mean? I'm just grateful. I want more like you guys, and I hope we get more, but I'm just a very grateful person for where we are at the moment, because I remember where we've been. Like, do you get what I mean? Maybe I'm too grateful.
Yeah, no, I get it, and I hear it. Look at where we've come from. I mean, people feel that when we was with Unai, I think someone said that we finished below 10th. We didn't. I don't remember that happening.
We were on bad form, but we didn't.
We was on bad form, but we didn't. You know what I mean? And like I said, even in Wenger, he had a 9-year trophy drought. You understand? So it's not all, but at the same time, what was started then, and that was very much my time, was that boom, here, like, we was challenging in the champs. I know we didn't win it, but we was doing bits at Highbury. So then I was with this whole, we're moving to challenge, we're moving to compete. So that's always been the mindset. When I saw that never happen, when my dad saw it never happen, 2007, 2008, plus things were getting quite pricey, we had to give that up. Do you know what I'm saying? We had to give that up. And So for me, we had Arshavin, we had Alexis, we had Aubameyang, like, and I'm just holding on to those players. I'm like, when are we gonna get some quality? Why do we always have to be like this? But like I said, it's just different viewpoints. It's just different viewpoints. As you said, it's been even me. Even me, it's a prime example. You said you went to boxing. I had a channel called Die Hard Casuals, bro. I used to do boxing content. Do you see what I'm saying? I came away from the football. I used to just maybe check for the result. And even me in my head, I'm thinking, when I don't watch Arsenal, we're winning. Why when I watch a game, we're getting smacked?
Yeah, I remember them feelings.
No, PTSD is real, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's ultra real. Yeah. It's ultra real. So I'm Uncle Views, but I've been dealing with this for a long time. So yeah, bro, you're right. And even me, I've come back to football because of what's been going on. So I hear it.
You want more though. You're seeing this is a golden opportunity to take advantage of, and don't let it slip, man.
Golden. And I personally believe, Chinks, and I've said it a million times, I feel like we might have missed the train, my guy. I promise. I promise. I feel like we might have missed it because you're saying you don't want to see regression. I feel like we have this season. I know there has been context. I know we have had a small team. Let's hope we don't see the same shit again next season. But this season, I've looked at it like every other competition other than the Champions League. And then no one thought we were going to win. I was working for Philosophy Football, and I went to the Emirates. I done the Real Madrid game, putting down all of those bags.
Yeah, I was trying to you was at the Spurs Stadium the other
I was at the Spurs Stadium. Yeah. I done their Bodo Glimt game as well.
Oh, okay.
When they had to dare to do, that was me. That was me and the man them and people that do it. We went. So we obviously I got paid to be there. Because people like, you went on the tour. I'm like, no, I was working there. You understand what I'm saying? So I have to get paid to go there. But I've done Stamford Bridge, I've done Twickenham, I've done Wembley. We do it, innit? You get me? So, but when I saw, but normally the point I'm trying to make with that is we're at the Emirates. I'm talking to the staff. I'm like, well, why isn't the semi-final penciled in? Because that's what they always do. There's a chance we might get there, you pencil it in. If we get there, the job's on. If we don't get there, the job's off. Fair enough, innit? Why ain't it penciled in, bro?
Oh, you got some insider knowledge there.
Why ain't it penciled in? I'm like, bro, does the club believe we can even go on and do something in this Champions League? Why are they paying for all this stuff now? There weren't nothing in the quarters. Yeah, we didn't have a job for that. Obviously, round the 16, we probably wouldn't have got that.
You know what this make me? This was bad. I feel like they're hanging him out to dry a bit. Views, man.
Speak about it, man.
I feel like they're hanging him out to dry a bit because from you telling me that, it's like, wow, they're probably basing it upon where we've been and where we've come from. We're a bit ahead of schedule being in Champions League. We got knocked out at this stage last season and blah, blah, blah. So you're telling me they're not even penciling in, which means they're not even showing faith themselves. And then I think he gets crucified as well because there's been forwards and players he's tried to sign, but they ain't got it over the line. And I'm just like, they're just saying, and you know, it is Wenger, like, with Wenger's book and like with hindsight and stuff, he was talking about we're competing. We moved to the Emirates and all of that to challenge Bayern Munich and all of this stuff. But then in actuality, in his book, he said, listen, when we moved to Emirates, we were broke. I had to sell my best players every year to finance the stuff. And it's like they hang the guy out to dry a bit, man.
Yeah.
They hang the manager out to dry. But how are you not penciling that in? And you're telling me that's something they usually would do.
Yes, bro. Yes, bro. So I was at the stadium. If you go and watch my blog where I was at the Emirates, I'm like, they think this is our final, bro. This is what the club think. So that already put me, and I'm like, what's going on? I even went, because we was a family club before my dad passed at the end of 2023. I wanted to sprinkle his ashes, fam. They told me no. You get it? I'm like, what's going on with this club? I showed them all of his pictures, how long he's been supporting. Bro, one of my pictures, bro, is like him going in his coffin. He's got the Arsenal towel. He's got all of his Henry stuff. He got that was in his will. He wants to get burnt with his Arsenal stuff, bro. This is a different club, and as you said, and because me, I was 2008 Wenger out. Years later, people are telling me you don't even know how much that Wenger was trying to protect this fan base.
Yeah, man, you feel a bit bad now, innit?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. So I don't know the ins and outs, but when you say things like that, and when you do get a little bit of a look behind the curtain, you're like, "Raw, what is going on here?" Because we're not even on the Cronkies LinkedIn, my Jenna, and we've been there for like nearly 2 decades. What do they care? So you're absolutely right, man. And when I saw that, I'm like, bro, this club don't believe in us. And then when you saw the tifo against PSG, bro, I'm just like, come on, man. But kind of digressing a little bit. But you're right. Maybe they are hanging them out to dry. But it's just like, why would you do that? Even with Watkins, like I didn't want Watkins. Yeah, it's not even. Let me rephrase that. Watkins weren't even in my mind.
Yeah, in fact, I hear you.
Right. Then they said Watkins, and I'm saying, hold on. 19 goals last season. He's at an age where we can rely on him and we don't need to put an arm around him. He's Premier League proven. Apparently, he supports the club. Go and get him. I didn't think of it. You identify someone I didn't think of it. Well done, Arsenal. Go and get him. He will help us right now. They
Facts.
offered him to us, and then and we're doing a typical Arsenal dilly dally. Oh, we're going to turn up. Can we give you 17.5? And then we'll start to give you 30. And it's like, what the fuck are we doing, bro?
I hate it's 40 million and £1 again, isn't it? And all that stupidness.
Like, this is where the PTSD comes from, my bro. I'm just sick of my club acting like donuts. I'm not saying we're the biggest thing ever in football, but we could be doing better, bro. Do better. Do you know what I mean? Big up Hendon. No, sorry, I didn't read that. He said, good afternoon, views on sport and guests. All in the chat. Yeah, man. Said, watching. Big yourself up, Hendo. AJ, sorry, the injuries can't save him when they're on him. Well, I mean, that's another argument in itself. Hendon saying referee decisions were all down to Arsenal players' indiscipline. I mean, apart from the Miles Lewis Skelly one that got overturned, I feel like there's an argument for that. But, you know, we're kind of just going down a rabbit hole a little bit. Blame the manager for pushing the dark arts in matches. I
like, you know what, how do you feel about that?
Do you know what? Yeah, I like because I know what you're gonna say, and you said it last time you was here, and I agree with you. I like the fact that we're not pushovers like that. Do you get it? However, what I don't like is taking 2 minutes to take a throw on, 5 minutes to take a free kick. That's what I don't like. I don't mind the fact that we're a little bit more rough and we might try and get in the way of the keeper and do I don't mind that gamesmanship. But in terms of like 5 man standing around the ball like this and taking 10 minutes to take a free kick, wasting time in the first half, I don't like that. But I like the fact that we're not pushovers.
I heard on a pod, and it just because I was thinking that shit as well. Like, well, we're moving like some lower league team that's just trying to get by and stuff like that. And you know what they said it kind of made sense. I don't know if it's actual factual, but he was like, our like dead ball situations, they're like, we're very known for that, innit? And people are a bit, and now you see what we used to implement, all the other teams are doing it now. And like with their position, and we're so ahead of that. And what his explanation kind of was, it's like building suspense. It like builds like a nervous energy around the defense or whoever's defending about us. And I don't know if it's true. I just thought that kind of made it made sense to me. I don't know if it's actual factual, it works and all stuff, but it's like you could see like defense gets worried when we had a set piece. So festering in that moment of when they're thinking, oh shit, what are they going to do? Why are all these men standing behind me? And like, that's what their explanation was. It made sense to me, but I don't know if it's true. Because
because I haven't heard that argument. Man saying it's a psyop, I rate that because that's making me think again because I haven't heard the argument. I'm just like, it's my man just wasting time. Everything controlled, everything methodical. But man saying psyop, that's a whole next angle I didn't even think about. Big up for that one, man. Big up for that one. Yeah, that's sick. Big up AJ saying the women's side just throw all Arteta's excuses out. 7 months and won their Champions League. That's their second as well, man, with a fresh new player as well. I mean, look, there's been plenty of other examples, even in the men's game. Conte, even Maresca this season, first season, top 4, won them a trophy.
Well, he done well, man.
He's done very well, man. He's done very well, man. That kills me as well. But what, everyone can leave with something? Except for us, make man feel like the dickhead. When you're going out and that guy is like running up his mouth about he gets all the girls and he just stands by the bar like looking, like that. That's what it makes me feel like, bro. Oh shit! I'm sure he'll come back, people. There he is. I'm sure he will come back. There he is.
They like, you see, like Chelsea, like the bit of banter at the start, and then everybody just leaves them alone. They get to go about their business quietly. Like, we don't get that grace, man.
No,
like, we're always like a big topic of discussion, like all the time. And
we're a big club chinks, unfortunately.
Give us a break, man. Like the man, like Skelly's doing a celebration. They want to change the rule. And I'm like, like, why do you hate us so much, man? And I don't even want to be that guy because I know what it sounds like. What's up, bro? Just leave us alone for a while, bro. Like, leave us alone.
I say that all the time. Sorry,
other clubs can do what we're doing, and they just get to do it. Like, but we don't.
You know why? Because we have been the media villain ever since that genius came from Grampus 8. When he came in his first season, showing chest to man like Alex Ferguson, the media darling. You understand? So we've been hated since then. You think Carragher and Neville like us, bro? They're pagans, though. You understand? I hate the fact that they can always talk on my team. All up and down the country, we are the whipping boys for some reason. They didn't like Arsenal. You understand? I don't know, but bruv, that's why we're a big club. Content creators are making money off of us, bro.
Facts.
I tell people all the time, stop talking about Arsenal for a week, they'll combust, bro.
Facts.
So you've made a great point there, and it's not violence. It sounds like violence, but that's the psyop. That's
because do you feel it?
Of course, I feel it. We support Arsenal, my brother. Of course, I feel
Bro,
it.
I got a mate, yeah, he weren't really into football, but he's obviously his family support Arsenal. Like this season, he's doing podcasts like, you know what, I'm supporting Arsenal, man. So from last season, and the other day we were on our podcast, I'm like, bro, can you feel a difference? Like, do you feel a difference with how people? And it's like, yeah, bro, it's like just supporting Arsenal. Like, bro, my WhatsApps are different. Like, the conversations I'm having are different. My social media is different. I'm like, bro, what is it? We're the third biggest team in England. Why do we get crucified like the first?
Bro, Man United through their muddiest stage, even though they're still winning trophies, though. But yeah,
Bro, City won the last 2 leagues, the last 7 of the 8 or whatever it is. They've gone down under this season. Nobody cares. It's all about us.
I'm telling you, you know, like when you're sitting there, like you could just be sitting there like on holiday or sitting there in the sun in your garden, relaxing, eyes closed, then someone just come and whack you in the face, bro, out of nowhere, bro. You're like, bro, we're just getting strays, bro. Yeah, Chelsea do something. Who's the first people in the NAF group, bro? Yeah. Do something. Arsenal holding the screen. Man United do something. Arsenal's holding the screen. Bro, can we live? That's all we're asking.
Bro.
Can we live? And I get it. I feel, bro, but we can't say nothing because it's the style up in it. Here you go again. Victim FC.
Do you get what I mean, bro?
Yeah, bro.
Bro,
I get it.
But you know what they'll do with you? They go, no, I'm a football fan.
Yeah.
Fan. So, no, you don't. I know what team you support, bro. I know who you support. I don't see you watching fucking Ted Minster versus Accrington Stanley. You're not that much of a football fan. Like, stop lying.
Yeah. I hear it, bro. Like, bro, I feel it, bro. It's there. It's undeniable, bro.
And that's why I put up my like I'm not even getting in. I'm not gonna tell you, man, about my deepest endeavors and my vulnerability. Fuck you, man. I'm not gonna tell you this. You don't care about me.
You see the angle now. People can see the angle now,
yeah, bro.
I hear it.
Now we're here. I feel like I'm in a safe environment. I can be a bit vulnerable.
In a safe space, bro. You're in a safe space. Always,
I can be vulnerable because, like, you know what one of my greatest fears is? You see how Pep, I feel like football changes and it's in cycles, isn't it? So you see how Pep was dominating with this like system-based, efficient football, and it unraveled this season.
Yeah.
But I know that I know that Arteta's he's got a bit of David Moyes, he's got a bit of Wenger maybe, but he's Pep. Like his style of play is more centered around what Pep used to do. And I'm seeing Pep fall off a cliff, and I'm seeing like teams with more individual stars. So you know, like back in the day, you just put man that are good players on the pitch. They kind of know what they're doing, how it goes.
Yeah.
And I see like that seems like that style might be coming back around now. And it's not really about the system. It's about who you have on the pitch. And I'm thinking, fucking hell, our manager's just started and he is the system guy.
He is the system, bro.
Don't let this go away now, please. I need this. That's one of my greatest fears, bro.
He is the system bro.
Guy.
Yeah, you know when they say video killed the radio star, bro. That's what systems done to creative football, bro.
Yeah,
you're right. You know, managers of that mode, Arteta, Amorim, Pep. I feel like they're getting exposed. Even Klopp, like that. You know, that's what he was fighting. That he was fighting against that rock and roll football individuals.
Yeah,
great point. Great point, man. Vigilante saying 101 years since Havertz got 9 in the league. What highest goal scorer? That is awful. Needs to change. I think we're talking about what? We're talking about 101 years since anyone's got double figures in the league. It has to be in the league because I know some. It has to be. I'll try and get the fact for our next show, man. Big up Hendon Guna. What phase is Maresca in? 1 season to get UCL and the Conference League trophy. And let me just say this, bro. No, I hope no Arsenal fans looking down on that trophy, you know, especially when our European history don't even count anymore. Like just let's just not do that. That's what I will say. Big up AJ saying big up Hendon. Big up, man. Yeah, AJ
needs to jump on one of these sometime.
It's always open. This is what this show's for, bro. Subscribers, everyone, bro. Jump on, you get me. Don't give me the money, the excuse. We have the factually outspent Real Madrid since 2012. Yeah, but Real Madrid ain't even been spending money. You know how they get players, boy. We know how they get players. But look, all I'm saying is this. Even me, someone that doesn't really rate the Cronkies, it's not like they've not allowed this guy to spend money, though. Do you get it? That's one thing I will say. So, you know, maybe this season they're saying, yeah, we've got cash flow issues. It ain't going to be that. You know what I mean? Sell to buy and make it count. I mean, what do you think of Moreno and Calafiori, my bro, before I move on?
You know what? I think Moreno At first I was just like, what's this guy about? Like, what's he here for? I understand it because Real Sociedad, their style of play is very similar to ours, isn't it? So it's like a simple plug and play, and I understand it. And then I was a bit underwhelmed because I'm like, yeah, man, like Rice seems to be operating in this space a bit better, and I can understand him being there because he offers more going backwards and forwards, pause if I have to, and stuff like that. But then he went up top, and I was like, I can't chat shit about him now because he's kind of saved our season to a degree. Like the goal, if we would have signed someone who scored what he scored post January, we would have been. Do you get what I mean? So I'm kind of. It's 50-50 harsh, considering what he's done.
It's not harsh. It's not harsh because, as you said, I think the big word you said there was underwhelming. Do you know what I mean? Underwhelmed. Do you know what I'm saying? Because that's what we were. We spent all summer chasing 2 players. We only bought 2, by the way. Do you know what I'm saying? In the summer where we've just come second twice, you're thinking this is it. So I'm with you, but I don't think it's harsh. I think he's definitely shown us. Because even I was calling out against Madrid and against PSG, and I'm like, what, play Moreno up front. Do you know what I'm saying? I need to say that. Do you know what I'm saying? So you know that he's offering us something even more than Kai Havertz to a degree, bro. Even more because the way he was chesting it down, bringing other players in. Do you get me? Things like that. I'm seeing more him doing that than Havertz. So from you've got me calling for Moreno. Yeah, there's a space for him in the team, but is it in midfield? And I think that's where you're not harsh to say 50-50 because it was a bit underwhelming. No one was asking for him or Calafiori before we was linked with them. Do you know what I mean?
But so I think because what you're making me realize now as well, like that's our left side. Our left side's been a problem for years, man. Yes. So I understood him trying to build up the left side a bit because I think Calafiori is good, you know.
I think he's good going forward. I just don't think he can defend.
That's it. I think maybe more going forward, but then Skelly works better with Rice because he fills that space that he goes into. So you know what? Those are sensible signings that make sense. Are they exciting? No. And I think we're at the point where we need a bit more excitement than sensible.
Dopamine,
yeah, man.
Yeah, I think you're right. No, I think you're absolutely right.
They're not terrible, are they? They're not terrible players.
They're not complete. No, that's what I'm trying to say. Moreno, like I said, he found a place in the squad, 100%. Like even as the false 9, because I could see the tactic. You've got Skelly inverting from the left, coming into the midfield. You've got Moreno false 9 dropping deep. Now all of a sudden that midfield 3 turns into a 5, and we're overrunning the midfield. You get it? So I can see the tactic, bro. I can see it, but it's just like where we're at. Is it gonna bang enough to get us over especially in the Premier League? Do you know what I'm saying? You know, and I can see it, and like I said, Moreno found his place in the team. The moment I saw that, I'm like, all right, Arteta, let me shut my mouth. Cool, whatever. Let's see. We know we can't get anyone now. We're gonna have to rock out. But you've made the right choice in it, or you might have got lucky with it, whatever. But here it is, right? And I can see it. So while I can see it and understand it, I'm for it. Calafiori, yes, maybe he's good cover as left centre back rather than Kivior. Maybe you're good cover to. You know what I mean? If we ever play a back 3, I wouldn't mind seeing you at the left. But yeah, I think he's just much better going forward. Like maybe he could even play as an 8. I'm not even sure, bro. I think he's quite good going forward.
Because you know what? Saying that, make me think because Calafiori seems more like he's a left back, but he seems more like an attacking signing than a defensive one. Because Arteta's on this 7D genius football stuff, Because like you say, Raya, he's a goalkeeper, but he helps the attack. Like our fullbacks are defenders, but they help the attack. So Calafiori, I feel like even though he's a fullback, that's Arteta's way of helping the attack, which is a madness, like which is absurd, like because your primary role as a left back is for defense, but this guy, he has like an unpredictability on the left because you see him in the box, you see him out on the touchline by the wing, you see him in the left 8, and I'm just like, fucking hell.
You see him taking shots, volleys,
scoring bangers and all them things from the edge.
It's wild. It's wild.
And I'm just like, why? And this is where I understand what you're saying. It's just like, bro, don't be so strong-minded. You always want to do it your way, Arteta. Just buy fucking forward, bro.
Right. I hate. Square pegs and round holes, bro. I'm saying we got Butler or Oyedeji. Man identifies as a striker, but you're using him as the bench. Like the players are just on him. You get it? Pause. Like that. Like, what's going on, fam? But I know because he's short, and man don't like a short striker because he likes these crosses. And that's what Arteta does. He profiles. That's the only reason that Nwaneri was taking Saka's place, because they're kind of similar heights, left foot, both can strike a ball. He's going to cut in. And so when I feel like you want to do this invert thing, while I understand it, and when it works, but when it don't, it looks bad, because it leaves us lopsided, because we got, you know, Timber don't even do it as much as White, to be fair, but White overlaps a lot. Do you know what I'm saying? And we don't get that on the left side. And I just want, I mean, what do you think about that? I just want a bit of balance, or do you think it should be lopsided, bro?
You know, it's mad because Real Madrid are lopsided as well, ain't they? I think quite a few teams are lopsided. And in our football brain of where we've grown up and what we're used to, that don't make sense. We want equal with 4-4-2. We got up a 4-4-2. We want balance all over, and I want competence everywhere. I don't want a space here, and that makes me nervous. Like, if I was on the pitch, I'm gonna look to my left and be like, rah. There's bad space there. Where's the players? Like, so to me, foundationally, it don't make sense. But I'm trying to not be ignorant and get more into this advanced football thinking and think maybe there's some understanding to it. But it gives me a bit of worry personally.
Facts. We got Scotland's #1 left back, bro. Prime age. Man whips it like he's in the kitchen, bro. Like, man overlaps. Like, when he plays, Martinelli looks better. You're talking about Moreno unlocking when we had the guy all along. You know, people, his injury, he's been fitter than half of these defenders this season at least. So he's definitely should have got more game time, and maybe we would have done a little bit better.
Even Zinni. Well, now we don't see Zinni in midfield, and I'm just like,
and he's done very well when he's come in recently, innit? Let's be honest.
He is mad stubborn. I gotta agree with you. He's very stubborn. He's very stubborn.
I've been onto him this year. Eddie Murphy settings. What have you done for me lately? Last year I was with you, bro. You was giving it. I could see the Premier League at the Emirates on the last day of the season. Like, I'm a human being. Dopamine's kicking in. Like, I can't shake the feeling. Maybe something can happen. It didn't happen. Cool. You know, it weren't in our hands anyway. And then you gave that speech, and I was with you, bro. I'm like, right, this summer we're going off. Do you get it? And then it just went, it just went all the way. It went all the way left. You know what I'm saying? But going back to your Zinni point, like, Zinni's a 10 for his country, bro. Do you get it? And not only that, but you've been playing him in the 8, where he's excelled as well. Even Odegaard, I think, would do better playing in the 8. But this guy's too stubborn, bruv.
No, I hear you. And we need backups at Odegaard as well, man. We've had 2 lucky seasons with injuries, and now it's all fall down, and it's just like, yeah, this is what they were all talking about all the time, man. And you're kind of proving them right up to a degree.
Yeah, and you haven't failed to prepare. Like even Man City did it, to a point. They took their foot off the gas, bro. They're like, look, we can get Gundo back in. We've got this young star in Savio, who I think Savio's a very good player, bro. Yeah. So when I was looking at their window and our window, I'm still rating their window better than ours. But what they done is they just took their foot off the gas. They're like, let's see if we can cruise it this season. Wah. You couldn't. Then what did they do? They went out in January and started their preseason early. That's what they did.
And you know what's mad? Because that's what makes me kind of defend him a bit, because I feel like our squad, I think he squeezed every bit of juice out of our squad, but he ain't got the squad to win and take us over the line. And I think that's an upstairs problem. But he's the guy, he's the shield blocking upstairs. Do you get what I mean? Because so every year we hear we need this striker, we need this. And if we're hearing that down on the ground, I'm in fucking Croydon. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm fucking hearing that we need this. This is you own this club. You must fucking know this. Sort it out. But then they don't sort it out. And then he's the fucking fool guy. And I don't want to, at the end of his career, read his fucking book. And he's all like, yeah, we need a striker. I was always arguing with them to get a fucking striker. But they didn't put the money up. Like Wenger did. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And it is very, very similar.
I don't want to hear that again, man.
Yeah. It's similar, Chinks, because it's like he's kind of watched Wenger and he's just leaned into that doubly hard. Yeah. And I feel like don't do that, because it's only going to look bad on you, innit? Because it's the same thing that happened to Wenger. We're just going to look, the pitchforks are going to come for you, and you know that you'll save it. Like, it's mad.
It's mad because if you don't have that, you have Conte. He'll come out and just slag off everyone and get sacked.
Yeah,
so like,
you get me.
What do you do?
Where's the money? But to be honest with you, a little bit, I kind of respect that. A little bit. I'm not saying come out and just diss everything, like, because there has to be a little bit of discipline and respect at the same time. But I don't know, man. It's a hard one, Chinks. It's hard, and I feel that you're right. I feel like he's leaning into that, and it just don't comment on it. Don't say, you know what I mean? Just don't comment on it, bro. Because when you say certain things, and it's like, bro, You must know what we want, bro. You must know what we want. That's been your job, to try and bring everyone together and create a better atmosphere. And it's wild, man. It is wild in the aisles. No supermarket sweep. Big up Hendon. He's saying not sure about cash flow issues as Kroenke going to spend $1 billion or so on huge new training complex for LA Rams. No. I said there's a cash flow problem, and the English teams are going to be affected by it. What you got to realize, guys, is these American owners, they're not over here because they like football like that. They're businessmen. When it's American football and basket, that's their love. That's why you never see silence over here.
It's business, isn't it?
They are the plug. They're ringing Arteta. What, the money's there? That's all they want to hear about. Put down the phone. If he ain't running the corner right, then we'll get a next corner boy. That's it. So it's going to affect the English, and that's what Matty said. He said it's going to affect the English teams, and you see the austerity in January for most English teams. This is the whole season.
Yeah, no one really spent money, bro, which is weird for us. The lower teams spent more money than the
Man City, not Man City, West Ham, Man United, even, because they were getting like Lenny Euro and a couple of players like that in the summer, like of last season. I was thinking they might actually do something. Obviously,
Man U's exactly what I don't want us to be, you know, because you see, like, not in terms of the grand scheme, but you see, like, them man, no matter where they are, we're gonna buy who we're gonna buy because it appeases the fans to a degree. Like, do you know what I mean? And as we can all see, fans get it wrong so many fucking times. And I don't want us to just follow the fans, buy this guy, buy this guy, buy this guy. And then because it's a long-lasting mistake. Because look how long we're stuck with Pepe. Like when you spend, like it's a big, we ain't got the willy-nilly. Like Man City, their money is great and all that, and they can buy anyone. But that's not what their strength is. The superpower is they can get it wrong. They can buy a guy, he's whack. Look, they got, what do you call it? Man, you got 100 mil at Real Betis. Like these guys, they make mistakes and it don't matter. They just go buy a guy again. We don't get that right. And this is why I understand why we're a bit so skeptical about making signings and all that. But I think we might go a bit too much the other way.
You're right. And that's a good balance, because no, you're absolutely right. And fans can get it wrong. Me, I'm not, and BBK, big up BBK, he said it on Under the Lens yesterday. It's not our job to identify these people, which it ain't. But at the same time, when you're looking at the players that are being identified and are coming in, and that ain't getting across the line, that played relatively good football for 1.5 seasons, I say, after Dubai last year, we actually played good football, and it goes a long way. So that we don't always get it right. All I'm asking for, right, is that for me, it shows kind of intention that any player is a risk, right? But if you put your eggs in, say, like a Gyökeres or a Osherman, or even someone like a Kane, you understand what I'm saying? Because they're proven. So even though, yes, it is a risk and they might not bang at your club, but you've taken the most calculated risk that you can.
It guarantees you something to a degree, innit?
You can kind of expect goals. Do you understand? If you go and buy Pep, as another club, you're expecting him to win you a title, right? It might not, but the expect.
It's a very safe bet.
It's a calculated bet, and that's all I wanted my team to do. Chinks, is get me the calculate. Why is Gyökeres the most spoken about? Why is Kane he can still come back to the Premier League? And do you understand? Even Osherman, I know the pool ain't nothing like it was to strikers back in the day. I hear that, but here's where we are. You know, Haaland, the best striker in the world, things like that. If you go out and buy those type of players, then we can, and then it shows for me intent that you've tried to do everything you could do. You've tried to take the most calculated risk, bring the best in class. If it didn't work, then people like me would say, well, look, I can't say they didn't try.
No, because that's what one of my issues was as well. You see, like, I think it was Liverpool they were talking about. So since, I can't remember what year it was, but they signed Solanke. They've signed Solanke, Jota, Nunes, Diaz. I can't remember the list, but since they signed Solanke, they signed about 13 forwards. But the one that banged was Salah. So it's like 13 attempts, you get it right. But it's like we take that approach to defensively. So we'll sign 13 defenders. And then as you can see, our defense is amazing. So we need to adopt that we need to take more gambles buying forwards, because they're not all gonna bang and you're not always gonna get it right. But just take more fucking chances. But it's like they're scared to take the chances.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you've got to sign 13 players to get one Mohamed Salah, Sign fucking 13 players, then, innit?
Sign 13 players, bro. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple, bro. A big up Peppermint. He said, Chinks, how do you rate Arteta's in-game management? For me, it's the main thing that makes him not elite. I can't remember him changing. This arrow always gets in my way. Things to change. Games like Inzaghi, Simeone, etc., etc.
I like Arteta, man. I think Arteta is good, man, and I think it's maybe not drastic changes, maybe because I don't know what you're referring to in Inzaghi, because he probably did, but I think Arteta tweaks so much stuff during the game. I think there's an interview and he said like change formation about 30 something times in the first half, but you don't see it because our players are so versatile. You see one guy here, but it's just normal to you. You don't understand that we play a very positional style of football where it could be the center, as Calafiori could be a centre forward and stuff like that. But I'll concede to your point a bit as well, where he doesn't get the subs on, he doesn't change stuff up as quick in some games. So I'm a bit 50-50 with that to a degree.
And that's what I'm saying, because that's probably all the stuff that got him the job. Him having the dossiers and I do this, I do that, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and I hear it. But you have to have a plan B as well. Do you get it? You have to, bro. And you have to maybe have a plan B, C, and a D and an E. Do you understand? And as you said, if there's all these four, like sometimes to me, and this is why Aaron always says people listen with their eyes, but I also say it's Chinese whispers with your eyes, because two people see two different things.
Facts.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Think about it, we support the same team and we're viewing it differently. So exactly. you're right, yeah.
Exactly. So where you're seeing it is like, yeah, everyone's interchangeable. I'm seeing it as like, well, not even that, because that ain't even something I go against. I think you're right with that. For me, it's little things like, why are you doing like for like if we're changing the if we're chasing the game, we're a goal down? Why is your first option always defense? Like if we go a goal up, all of a sudden we're pragmatic again, and we're trying to get on the counter. I understand the logic behind it, but surely you've seen us fail with that approach so many times this season to say, can you just be a little bit more gung-ho?
And this is where the fuckery's point is as well a bit now, because I can't, was it a PSG game? And man looked at the bench and I was like, there's some teenagers Sterling and I don't, God knows who fuck else. And I'm just like, bro, like this club is hanging this guy out to dry a bit, man. Because there's some games and I'm looking at the bench like, fuck, defensively we're great, but in terms of making an attacking change and making a big difference in the game, there's no one on the fucking bench. And as you said, he's new, it's his first job. It's like there should be someone in the club that go, oh, you're big man, I know you're the guy and what you've done is great and all of that, but football is football, and what we determine is our attacking options ain't really there at the moment. It's like the opposite of Ange. You know, Ange is just amazing going forward, but defensively, this guy's a joke.
Yeah.
And it's like we got the opposite. And it's just like if Ange could get a defensive coach or someone to help him with that part of the game, they're fucking dangerous. If we could get someone who could help our in terms of attacking and stuff like that, it'd be fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Why is no one helping the guy?
But does he want help though? That's what I'm trying to say. I don't, bro. All I'm saying is, right, you could be absolutely right, but when he comes out and he's like, bro, he's doing.
You're going by what he says. Fuck it. You said it. You said it, so I'm gonna hang you by it. Yeah.
Bro, no, you understand what I'm saying? You said it, bro. Like, why are you coming out? Just say, bro, I need some help, man. And then like, everyone's behind him, and everyone's saying, no, Cronkies, what you doing?
Yeah.
Hanging man out to dry.
Yeah. He's on a double agent thing. He's on a double. Yeah.
And like we said earlier, he could be adopting the Arteta thing where he's trying to save the fans from the reality that the club is just not interested. There might not be no peas there. This, that, and the third. It could be that. But at the same time, just know that you're going to be the villain, bro. When the pitchforks comes out, we're looking for you. You know what I mean? Because this is what you're coming out and saying. I got so much respect for honesty, bro. If you just came out and said, here, what? We're struggling this year. There ain't this. We're going to have to do this. We might not like to hear it, but we know what's going on. And we can say, here, what? Now we put pressure on the board. Why are you flying over for? Why are you having meetings? Give the man some players. Then we know.
This is also annoying, you know, because he can't. Because the moment he says that, clubs are going to be like, right, them man are bruck. We can take the piss.
Bro, you understand what I'm saying? And it's like, that maybe that's why. But then it's like, well, what? Who comes up with the stories that we've got? It's just there's just so much caveats, and because we're on the outside in, you got me that's, you know, might have my tinfoil hat on, you might have other people that are just like, I'm not even into it like that, fuck it. And that's where we're at. It's annoying, man. It really is. I think Chinks answered this before. I think Chinks said that after the end of this season, you know, there ain't really anywhere for man to hide, to be honest, man. Let's keep that all the way real. Statics and views, I apologize before I sent you a message. Oh, sorry, I didn't know what happened, bro. I've missed so many comments. I'm sorry.
Upset, man.
Yeah, we've had people in and out. I'm sorry, guys, innit, if I've missed your comment. 10 billion sports center development for LA Rams. Yeah, no, it's dark. It's dark. Like I said, we're not even on their LinkedIn though, Hendon. So, like I said, man, Matty said it's gonna affect the English teams, and so it did. Big up Rich, hope you're well today, bro. Said views, big up chat. 3 seasons, no CF, and we are signing the potential with Sesko. Havertz will be our starting striker next season. This fits perfect for Arteta BS phrases. What do you think of that? Because that's one thing I'll take away from that. I do believe that, you know, even if we do get Sesko, he's gonna have to work around Havertz, bro.
I'm gonna ask you lot, yeah, because I'm not really too up on game on him. Is he shit?
What, Sesko?
Yeah.
I think for a tall man, he's actually got good footwork, but I just think he's all right. He's another.
He's underwhelming a bit.
He's underwhelming a bit. Like when you watch anyone's compilations, they look good, bro. Yeah, but anyone, they look good. But when you watch them, I've watched them a couple of times this season, not many. I watched them against Sporting Lisbon, so we had Gyökeres and Sesko on the pitch, and even the commentator was like, "Yeah, bro, I'm taking Gyökeres," because Sesko was very underwhelming. That could have been one game though. Like,
I hear you. He could be the team, innit? He could look better in a different. Yeah.
Right. So I'm not. That he said it right there. The prize word is potential. He has got potential, but is that what we need right now?
Because I'm not really too educated. I want Isaac, and anything else than Isaac, I don't really know. It's a mystery to me, and it's a guess to me, innit? And I personally think, because they ain't won nothing, I only look at it from Arteta. I think he's probably had more good signings than he's had bad, if we want to contribute all the signings to him, let's say. And our squad value is worth more than what he's spent on it, innit? So I'm a bit inclined, if I can't get who I want, whoever they're getting, I'll put my faith in and hope he comes well, to be honest.
Yeah, I hear the argument, because you think I wouldn't snap your hand off for Isaac, bro. Like,
yeah. Anything else from that, I'm a bit underwhelmed, innit? So
that's like the Isaac. He's like the Thierry regen, bro. You know, on FIFA, bro. Like,
yeah, man. I think is it Anderson from Fulham, Eze and Isaac? That's my dream window. That's my dream window.
And I got no complaints with that.
That's me.
All I'd say is that, you know, like just like what DG says, and big up Deluded, man. Like I might be going on his thing very soon, so big up Deluded. He's saying like, look, like have your targets A, B, C, D, E. If that one don't come good, pivot. Do you know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. So it's like, so cool. We can't get Isaac pivot. Who's the next best thing? The guy he plays with for Sweden, Gyökeres, the guy that's got fucking, I don't know, 70 GA or whatever he's got. Like he's the guy, bro. The excitement, he's the guy. But again, Arteta being stubborn, he wants potential. You know, Sesko's taller than Gyökeres. I'd probably say Sesko's better in the air. So I can understand the logic, but it's just you're not read the room, brother. Do you understand? Like
I would suppose. Because from what I'm hearing, is Gyökeres more of a typical 9, and Sesko's more of a facility, like what what he's used to.
Yeah.
So I understand now. I understand the backlash a bit, because we want that number 9.
We want
that guy.
Block 9. Do you understand? We're ready to do the celebration. I'm a fan like everyone else.
Now I understand it now.
Give me the dopamine, bro. Like we don't need another, because we've been going off projects and little players here, little players there. You know, the second best midfielder at Sociedad. We're basically fucking recreating their midfield. But you understand what I'm saying? Like a little thing here, little thing there. We went for Trossard, you know, and not like world-beating players at the time. So all we need now, especially when we're talking about market opportunities, that come out of his mouth, brother. You understand? Maximizing every month. Gyökeres for 50 odd million. That's great British pounds. That's not euros. Yeah. Like it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer. You can't get Isaac. That's 150. Why don't you go and get the player that he plays with for Sweden, bro? The one that's banging out world football right now. It just makes too much sense. And again, you know, the stubbornness has won through, and it's not done yet. It's not done yet. Obviously, it's not a done deal, but it looks like it's very much gonna be. You got Romano and people coming out talking about it. So we're just going to have to hope and pray. Emery gets sacked in 8th but joint 6 goal difference.
You know what? I understand what he's saying because I feel like Emery got the short straw of the stick, and he wanted Zaha and got Pepe and stuff like that. But I think one thing we underappreciate as fans, you got to manage up and down. I don't think Emery was good at managing up, hence why he couldn't get them or convince them to do what he wanted to do. And I think Arteta was better at him than managing up, because as you see that they've put more faith in Arteta than they ever did Emery. And you know what it was? I remember there was some dark times under Emery, but in terms of the league, he done well. But you see that final to Chelsea, 4-1. You don't lose finals 4-1. I don't care what's going on. You don't lose finals by that much of a goal. That was after that. Fuck him.
Yeah, no, and
I'm a reasonable person. I was on his side. I want him to do well, just as I was with Arteta now and Wenger. But 4-1 in the final, as much as Arteta ain't won stuff, we don't lose games by more than 1 goal. I don't care. We ain't lost a game by more than 1 goal in, I think it's like 2023 or
get to a final first with Arteta.
Yeah, do you get what I mean? But if we get there, we're not losing it by 3 goals. That was 3 goals in the final. Spun my head, bro. No, that spun my head. You had to fuck off. So.
I hear it. All right, cool. And I totally agree. Like when certain things happen in football, like, you know, the hammer has to drop.
Yeah,
that's how I feel this season. Seeing everybody else win, seeing Tottenham finally winning the European Cup, I'm like, raw. The hammer has to drop somewhere, bro. Because what the fuck is this? So. But it's mad, like as I said, it's wasted energy because he ain't gonna go anywhere. You know, like that. He ain't.
Yeah, I hear you.
He is gonna be here next season. At the end of the day, big up Peppermint. He said I gave mine up in 2013. I was going at the peak of the trophyless drought. Yeah, 2009 to 13. It was pain, and we're back here. Despite spending major funds, we have spent a lot of money, man. We have, and we're not quite there yet.
Yeah, we're not back there yet, man. Fucking hell, lads, man. It ain't that bad yet.
I know. People are like, oh, it's the league, and we're finishing second, and I don't know, man. Like I said, it's the PTSD in it. It's Chinese whispers with the eyes, man. I don't think we're quite back there. Obviously, the club's making money, you know. But what I get upset about is we're still acting like we haven't got multi-billionaires who own our club, bro.
Like, it's this stupid PSR and the fucking rule. We're too, but we know we won the fair play award. We're too clean. We're too clean, and
sometimes I just want a little bit.
Just get dirty, man.
Bro. A little bit of dark arts.
Man, get dirty. We're too clean. Why don't we get fined for overspending once? I want to see what that feels like. Like, fuck it out.
Feels like, bro. Yeah. Curtis Shaw, big up Curtis Shaw. He went to a press conference and he asked Arteta, "Oh, what? Mbappe's on the market?" You know, before he went to Madrid, man got laughed out the presser, bro. Like, why is that? Why is that? You know what I mean? We're going to be window shoppers for the rest of our life. I want to know what that feels like, bro. You know what I mean? I want to know what it feels like to be in a PJ just once, bro. You get me? Like,
facts,
you know?
Facts.
You know, big up AJ though. Sorry, he said Emery would have won one of the last 3 Prem titles. We backed the wrong spot. What if he was back the same way Arteta was back? Let's be honest as well. They were looking at Arteta before they even signed Unai. I just think they weren't brave enough to sign someone with no CV at the time. There was that because I wanted Ancelotti.
He's been backed though. Emery's been backed at Villa.
At Villa,
and they're not getting Champions League. I think Emery is amazing, and I don't want to be condescending with this, at getting like a mid-tier team to do elite stuff for a while. I don't think Emery's that, because it's been proven like now the Europa he won with Sevilla and them, man, and stuff like that, but in the league he ain't really doing much. I don't think Emery is it sounds bad because he's got more accolades than Arteta, but I don't think he's that guy that manages the elite clubs and wins stuff back to back.
Right.
You get what I mean? And even though Arteta's not doing that, I'm not trying to say he is doing
that. I know exactly what you're saying, and I'm with you, bro. I'm with you because yes, you can say that, like kind of like cup runs, Europa League. You can say that. Obviously, weren't backed as much as Arteta, but at the end of the day, I understand the argument. And when you're someone of his caliber, when we get rid of him, like the point I'm trying to make is when we did say, all right, Unai's gone, I weren't too upset.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So everything you're saying is right, because I weren't too upset when he's going. I'm like, all right, cool. Now we've got to level up. And we just didn't. We leveled down a little bit. Do you get me? That's where the kind of crawl comes in for me, the little craw in the beak. However, like I said, those couple of seasons, you earn some respect. Now you need to act on it, and you fumbled, bro. You fumbled the bag. Do you get it? Like, I feel like you have, and you're going into, you're leaning into this Wenger arc too much, and it's gonna mess you up. I feel like it's gonna mess you up. But we're gonna see next season anyway. AJ saying Chinksy spent 187 million pounds on left backs alone. Not one better than Kieran Tierney. Facts, bro. I'll tell you that, bro.
You know what's mad though? Because I see like Zinchenko. Because I can't forget when we got Zinchenko and Gabriel, yeah. Because I know Zinchenko's included in that. They brought us to a level. They brought us up to a level, man. And I know you lot only care about winning stuff, like hence why you're saying 187 million. But I appreciated that. So I think Zinchenko, even though in the latter years of him being here, ain't that useful. That initial period where because that was 22-23 when we looked probably our best. And then we look like we're going to win the league and stuff like that. And in pre-season, we're slapping Man 6 and all this stuff like that. So I think that money on Zinchenko can be warranted for the level. If you remember where we were before him and where we've been post him, I think that's money well spent to a degree.
And you know what the thing is, yeah, obviously that's part of my Guna thing. Oh, look where he's taken us from, this, that, and the third. But it comes with context, innit? Like I said, yes, especially people on my side of the fence, we want to win, we care about winning. However, we can appreciate the progress. It's just when you start, like I said, you start slacking off. You've been with your missus 16 years, like me. You get me? There's no more date nights and things like that. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, like you start arguing a bit more, and you start looking at each other like the ops and them kind of thing. It's like you start falling off your game a little bit. You're not continuing to keep that energy, and that's what I want to see. And I want to see us capitalizing, because you're right. You know, we did build a little something. We was playing very, very good football, scintillating football, and that's what we needed to build on. And
you know what, this is why, because this is where because I have to listen to the opinion of so many other fans, yeah, and it's like they love to criticize our players and put us down, because the issue isn't the 187 million spent on left backs, because that's actually what we invent. We've had years, what we want, I mean, not invent, because we had years under Wenger where it's like, spend some money, man. The issue isn't that the 187 million spent at left backs because we want you to spend money. It's the lack of spending money in other positions. Because, you know, like people, we need a striker. We all know we need a traditional 9, but their option to back up that is to shit on Havertz. When Havertz has been okay for us, we need Havertz and more.
Right.
Do you get what I mean? We need 187 million spent on left backs and 100 and something million spent on forwards. It's the one or anotherism, because the other fans just want to put us down. Why have we got to put our players down in order to sign others? No, buy them as well. Let them complement them. Spend more money.
Right. But now you can see where the frustration comes from as well. But that's what we're basically saying, the same thing.
Yeah. But if you want to don't shit on our players when you do it, though.
I hear that. But I hear that. However, I'm guilty of that. 100%. I'm guilty of that. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, fuck it. But I've stopped. If you go and watch my shit towards the end of the season, I'm like, I can't blame Moreno. I can't blame Havertz. They're not picking themselves. They're not putting themselves up front. They're not saying give me over $250,000 a week. Do you understand? They're not doing that. So then the frustration lies. So we're saying the same thing with the club. You know, if we're gonna get Sesko, why not go and get Gyökeres as well?
And if you're saying 50 M's, that's champ.
Exactly. And this is where the frustration comes from. Like, when we've never been that guy, and it's like, well, why? We've got all of the infrastructure there to go and do it. And once we do it, like Liverpool, go and do it every now and again and do it right, and then you don't have to do that for 2, 3, 4 years, whatever. Do you get it? So yeah, man, some great points though, man. Some great points you're bringing up. Big up Shane Goon, man. Big yourself up. Make sure you're going to subscribe to Shane. Let's get him to 900 if he ain't there already. I think I bloody missed your comment, Rich. I do apologize, or did I? The problem is, big problem coming next season. We won't have a better window than City, Liverpool, and won't have a better season than them either. Possibly, yeah. I mean, I don't think we can sit on our hands. I don't think we're that comfortable. I'll definitely say that. Rich is bigging up. Yeah, bigging up. Everyone getting bigged up. Big up. Peppermint. In reality, we have no idea regarding ins and outs. We can only react to current information. That's it, bro.
Yeah,
we can only speculate. Aaron. Rashid, Arsenal, because I saw the A first. Arsenal Revolution. TV. Big up Rashid. Make sure you subscribe to Rashid each and every time. Catch him here at 9 o'clock tonight for his Under the Lens. I'm going to talk to you anyway, Chinks, and arrange yours as well.
Yeah, man.
He's is coming up later, so catch back later at 9 p.m. and subscribe to him as well, showing some love. Shane Gunnar saying Arteta, we knew we weren't signing a striker in January. Sesko deal was done already. Matty said the same.
No, it's annoying views because I swear in January it's like, we need forwards. I heard him say better, we need forwards, we need attack, and I'm like, bro, this guy's screaming out for help, bro. Yeah. Don't help him. I'm thinking, why? Because of shit like this.
But right, exactly. And we just don't know, because you know what was annoying me when they was asking him at first, especially when everyone was getting injured. He just felt defensive. Oh, so you know your attacking options. No. Internal solutions. That's what he was saying at the first 2 weeks of January, and then it's like when it kind of got worse and the pressure intensified, he was like, I've always said I wanted a striker. Like I said, he just don't help himself in certain situations. You just don't help himself. Just don't say the first bit. Just be quiet. Ignore the question. Do your politician thing. I'd rather that. Than I'd say, look, we just don't know until we.
And you know what it is as well, View. Sometimes, yeah, he uses it because I know sometimes he says things and it's like this makes no sense, but then it's like you're saying it because I think you're saying it to the players.
Right.
I think sometimes in these conferences he's not talking to the people in the room. He's like, because after the PSG game, I think we were the best team over this. So we're just only the worst in the boxes. And it's like I feel like I know that's probably what you said in the change room. Like I know we lost, lads, but if you look at these metrics and this stuff like this, we were factually the best team in the game. Because it's kind of like, yeah, I know we didn't win, but if you keep along with these philosophies, it will come to fruition in the end and stuff like that. But then don't go and say that in the press conference, man. Because now I have to come on here and react to what you said. And it's just like, bro, man.
This is it. We have to react to it. You know, when he's blaming the ball and talking about the community plate and all that, we have to react to it, bro. You know, we're the ones that take it home. These guys are handsomely paid, bro. I don't mind you doing the politician thing, but just do it right. Just do it right. Don't say those things because
you know Wenger used to do the politician thing. It used to piss me off, you know. I've spat my telly. I've spat my telly because he's.
I'm telling you, bro. We're only in for world-class players, and then we're seeing Mac rolling, and we're seeing Bentner and that. It's like, bro, I've been dealing with Uncle Views, bro, for a long time, a long time. Big up, AJ. He's saying I am a £753 million is more than enough backing. He has outspent Arsene Wenger's 22 years. In 5.5, yeah, that's crazy.
Is that fact?
That's fact, you know. That is fact. That is.
But I think that shows where fucking football is, man.
No, it does, and because football moves on, it does. We haven't got the same quality in player. There isn't the same pool in all the different positions. The money's definitely gone wild. It's gone haywire. But then we have to get with the times, bro. Otherwise, we're just. And you know what it is for me, Chinks. And I'll tell you this, and this is the crux of everything. Yeah, make the club just come out and just be real, then, innit? Tell us, yo, we're broke, bro. We're basically red QPR. I'm like, all right, cool. Then I've got to make a decision, innit? You understand? And obviously, I'm from the school where I'm 40 plus, bro. I don't change my team, innit? But then I can decide.
You know what's mad though, Views? Because I got a brethren who's a Man U fan, yeah, and he's talking about how Man U on the stock exchange. You can't do that because you do that, and then share prices drop, and then people are getting less money. And now your people who have shares in the club are complaining and stuff. Like it's such a sticky spot because even if they want to, you can't come out and say that because your value. Look, when Ronaldo left Man U, the stock price dropped.
It's mad.
And that's like, man, no, my money, bro. I know you're talking about my money, bro. Your mouth is making my money be worth less money.
Right.
Don't say that.
Don't say it, bro. I'm saying.
So it's a very difficult place.
It's it's the upside down, my guy. It's thin margins, as he says, thin margins, guys. Thin margins. Big up Mikey saying Aston Villa offered Watkins. I know, and I fully believe that as well. And then we came out with the Ebenezer tactics, bro. You know what I'm saying? The typical Arsenal thing. And I'm just like, look, if we're back pocket and cool, but we got two multi-billionaires that run. His wife has got more money than him. She's the owner of Walmart. What are we talking about? Yeah, imagine getting adopted by billionaires, bro, and you still got to go to the thrift store, and you're still getting microwave meals in that, fam. You don't get to eat the feast, bro. Do you get it?
And you know some mad views. You know what their solution for that was, because it's what's it called, PSR and the spending and all that. Their solution for that was Super League. And we hated that. Because you can spend all the money you want there and you're not gonna get relegation and you're guaranteed. And it's just like mad. Why have we got spending implications?
It's mad. It's mad. I don't know. Because you allowed Chelsea, you allowed City to do it.
Yeah.
I
And then you
don't-
got to have a certain amount of English, man. You got to have a certain amount at this age. And it's like, bro, what the fuck do you want, bro? You're giving us more games. You know now that the remedy was for more games. A lot of teams, they just slow the game down. So the ball in play time, it's 90 minutes, but they've had the ball in play 60 minutes. You know what I mean? And now you're getting crucified for having the ball out and not making the game run quickly. It's like, bro. And then we get more games, but then you have to have a smaller squad. It's like, bro, what do you want? What do you want, bro?
It's confusing, isn't it?
It's confusing,
bro. Yeah, I hear it. Football's gone mad. It's £1 billion business, bro. Do you get it? So there has to be some control, even like with the PGO, MOL, whatever they are. Like our VAR is different from the VAR in Europe. Do you get it? Like, why is that? Because it's friends and family, bro. It's get me. It's tariff, it's rates, you know, like that.
Yeah.
But big up Vigilantes, big up Shane, Rashid, and Rich. Big up, man. Shane's link is in the chat. Everyone click on that. Go and show some love. He said, yeah, I heard this as well. Chinks, I don't know what that's referring to. Peppermint, I think
that was the free kick stuff we might have been talking about.
Right. A psyop. That's a very good angle, bro, because I didn't think of it. That's what I'm trying to say. Sometimes it's good to get the other side of things. It's not an echo chamber, like definitely not. Sometimes there's angles that you ain't even thought of. Just like Shane was saying, the moment we're hearing about Sesko, he's like, that was done. And Matty was saying the same thing this morning, that was done. Bert has come in, that's already been tied up. You know what I mean? Out of respect, he never came to us in January. We got Rich's link in there. Big yourself up. Big up Topside Highbury. Big up lads in the chat. Big yourself up.
You got a nice little Arsenal community here. You know, I must say, it's
not quite Shane's level, but we're trying to get there.
It's good, man. Don't downplay it, bro. You do this. You're here every day, and you got a good amount of views, bro. You're building. We're trying,
you know. We're out here, but we're trying. And this comes full circle, bro. Because I was messaging you when my dad died, saying thank you for giving me laughs on Instagram, bro.
Love, bro.
I don't know, but you don't even remember that. Do you get me? Because obviously my pages have changed. Was I views from the bits then? Because I did the music thing for a while. Views from the bits. It might have been that. And obviously you said, yeah, big up, man. Appreciate it very rare. Come full circle. Here we are, bro. It's mad in this dunya. You understand? It is mad out here. But yeah, always love, man, and you're always welcome. Like I said, you don't have to share my opinion. I like that. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. If we all think the same, someone's not thinking. Big up Matty for that one as well.
Using that one.
Into the box, my brother. Big yourself up, man. Big up, man. Make sure you're subscribing to my broski as well. Big him up. Topside Hybrid saying Ethan needs to grow 3 inches over the summer so he's 6'2" and Arteta approved next season. What do you think of that? Because that's something I pointed out as well. It's like this guy loves the short players, you know. Obviously not, because we've got a few he
loves the taller ones.
The taller players, because obviously we've got a striker there on the bench that's 22 years of age, and he's not a kid anymore in Butler Oyedeji.
Okay. You know what I think about the Nwanyere, because I know he's caught a lot of stick over not playing him as much, but when he plays him, he don't play 90 minutes. I don't think Nwanyere is physically at the level where he can play the 90 minutes, and I think that's a lot of the reasoning why he hasn't played him, because when he's played, he keeps getting subbed off. He keeps getting subbed off and stuff like that.
He does.
But I can't disagree. Our team is very tall and physical, and I always look back to, and I think it was Gary Neville said it, like when you stood in the tunnel with Arsenal players and you looked at them and they were massive, it was like raw, like you felt lost. You felt like it was going to be physical, and I like that about our team, because I've had the Wenger, the lovely flowing maestro football,
and all that.
What you just get your legs snapped and it's over.
That kills me, bro, with Eduardo, bro.
Ramsey, man, that nimble stuff, like
I hear it. Because when we had those guys, Vieira, because even though they were tall, bro, these guys were ballers, fam. You see, Vieira was ballers.
This is why I like Havertz, you know, because Havertz is a cunt, you know.
No, he's a cunt.
He's a cunt, and he'll elbow you, push you, he'll say nasty things in your ear. I like all of that.
Right, no, and I like all of that, but I also like you putting the ball in the back of the net, bro. And some of the chances I see him missing, I'm like, my brother, I can't blame you because you're not a striker, but my brother, you're on a lot of money, bro. Like, do you know how much man would love to be in your position? But I hear what you're saying, though, Chinks. I definitely hear what you're saying. Big up Dio. He said Chelsea aren't real elite. Everyone knows it. Chelsea's highest high weren't real, bro. I hear it, bro. But as much as even everyone says, oh, they were in trouble and Roman, bro, you can't take back those memories, bro. They've won everything in football, bro. Like in the last 20 years.
And you know, we're a bit spoilt, views, man. because
What?
we've won a good amount in our lifetime. Because if you hear some Man City fans, of course the money stuff's wrong here. But I heard a Man City fan say, "Bro, I was there when we were struggling to beat Grimsby and almost got relegated from League One." And I had to sit down and look at myself, go, "Right, I ain't never experienced that."
It's mad.
Do you get what I mean? So
Yeah.
sometimes it's not always the cartel because that get to
Mm.
win stuff. So as much
Yeah,
as it was
no,
wrong,
no.
and it's not the Arsenal way of doing things, buying everything, because I value when you do it the organic way, like Leicester and Arsenal, more Liverpool, more than if you just buy it. But sometimes them man have to get there a little bit of shy.
Yeah, because we're from that era, we're from that
Yeah.
school. You get me? Where and that's what we're classy Arsenal. No, we
Yeah.
ain't gonna buy world class. We make world class. All of this, I hear it. But when the game's moving on, and don't get me wrong, look, Newcastle, Crystal
Facts.
Palace, that is stories for football. You understand? Some say it ain't the cartel. I'm with that. Stories for football, bro. And big them up, big up Specs. You get me? Big up Crystal Palace D, all them man. Big them up, bro. Like I said, but it's been a little while, man. It's been a little while. I want to have my parade, bro, and I don't want to be doing it for the women. Big up the women, though. Big up the women. I'm not gonna be fake because I don't watch them like that.
Neither do I, man. Neither do I.
I'm not gonna be fake. I'm not gonna be out here shameless trying to celebrate that. Big up Rich. He said the most annoying thing is we don't even get to Wembley anymore, Arteta. That's another thing I want to bring up because you've kind of, even Wenger, he kind of buoyed the cup a little bit, but because we had a philosophy almost like Barcelona where the football was just played the same way throughout everyone. Like anyone can come in, and we used to play the youth in these cups, bro. But they used to go on and get to quarters and semis, and like, what do you think, bro? Because I feel like he's poo-pooed the cups, bro. 100%.
No, but was it? Didn't Gabriel get injured in a cup game?
Did he?
Or
Magalhaes?
was it against Brentford?
Because
you know what? Because what I'm trying to say, long way round, it's about squad depth again, isn't it? Do you get what I mean? Because City can play world class, man, in this cup, and they're still not giving it the same respect to a degree.
Right.
Because and you know it's seasons as well. Because when I was in the Champions League and it looked like we were going to do well in it, I didn't care about the cup we got knocked out of. But now hindsight, and we ain't got either, I would have done with the cup. You know what I mean? So
I was balling for the Carabao.
Yeah, man. I think more depth is needed so we can maintain and manage more competitions with higher elite players.
Yeah.
In my
opinion. I don't want us to poo-poo it no more, bro.
Yeah, we can't afford that.
We can't afford it. Next season, like I said, everyone's moving. Man City will move again. We're already hearing about Reinders and Morgan Gibbs-White. We know what Liverpool's doing. Every team's going to move. We know we're going to do some business. Every team's going to move, right? But I don't feel like we're in that top 3 bracket going into next season. That's just I'm a bit of a pessimist. I hear it. I'm willing to accept that. I know my stance. You get me? I want to be proven wrong. But just looking at it, I'm not filled with the confidence. But what I'm trying to say, I'm going around the bush here, is that take these cups seriously. Take these cups. Win me a cup, bro. Win me 2 of those cups, bro. Because I done the Newcastle, Liverpool, Wembley, bro, and I was doing the scarves and everything for that. And I was jealous, bro. You think I didn't want to be at Wembley for that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We just leave with something, bro, and then no one can bash you over the head with that.
Yeah, I hear you.
You know what I mean? So I want us to take these cups seriously because I feel like that might be our best chance to do something next year. I don't know if we're going to go on to win the league. I feel like Man City will be back. I feel like Liverpool could be on Drake settings back to back, especially if they get a competent striker as well. Do you get it? So, I mean, what's your feeling? Do you feel like we could challenge for the league, or you're a little bit more like me, where it's kind of like maybe only the cups, the champs?
I think I just want a nice mesh. You know, like there's black and white, and I'm mixed. I'm in between.
Hey.
I just want a bit of a mesh. Just
hello, gang.
Like prioritize. Like if you might have to play a weaker squad in the league this week to facilitate the cup, fucking do it, man. Or have more faith in the man that are not in the starting 11 and allow them. And if you give, because look at Kivior's whack. He got a run of games. We're like, oh, this guy's not whack. He just needs a run of games. But it took an injury for that to happen. So
the same with Miles Lewis-Skelly and Ranieri. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. So it's the same thing you're saying about, look, we're always overplaying Saka. We can't really find us a suitable candidate to be a backup to him because he always plays. So I think if you shared the minutes around a bit more and brought up the confidence of some of the players that are not involved in the starting 11 and starting squad, matchday squads, we can rely on them a bit more in these other lesser competitions.
Because they're his players, Chinks.
Yeah, stop being so stubborn in your teacher's pet and your 11 and give the other man outside of that a bit of game time. So when we do need them, we're not dropping them in cold.
Right. I can't, bro. We agree. We agree, and that's the thing that pisses me off, and especially because it's your guys. You've been here 5 years. It's your guys at this point. So put some more trust in them, man. Sorry, Peppermint. He said goes back even before Wenger, but it did intensify when he came. Not sure what that was relating to, but big yourself up, my bro. He said it's all a psyop, bro. Hey, listen, listen, but that one's definitely, I didn't think of that angle, so I have to rate that angle out on the free kicks. If people are getting all nervy, I didn't look at it like that. I just looked at it. It's like it's simple. You man are lining up at the back. You're gonna run forward and get in the way of the keeper and see what happens. You know what I mean? But you're right. I didn't look at it as like the psyop that it obviously is. 22 likes. Big up AJ, man. Each and every time. Make sure you guys are hitting the like for me on the way in or way out.
Facts, I remember this now. This is when we're talking about how everybody hates Arsenal because I remember seeing this.
Right. Okay. Feels like we're the main character in this football simulation. Everyone's the main character of their own story, though, right? Do you get it? Yeah. Everyone is, bro. Everyone. So, go on. What did you have something to say on this?
Nah, because it just feeds into it. Like these teams all win, as you said, they win their tournaments. Oh, have you had a better season than Arsenal? So, hey, what the fuck do you say fuck me for?
How are you doing? We get the strays, bro. I told you, bro.
I actually wanted Spurs to win.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah, because you ain't won a fucking trophy in forever. And I know that pain and that disrespect because I respect Spurs not just because of trophies. Because I'm going to be genuinely honest. Those years when you were finished above us was hurting my feelings. Right. I was jealous. Those years when you lot have finished above us repeatedly, I was upset about that. I remember Henry saying, "Right, I've never lost to them, man." And then there was players in our teams who couldn't say that. I was upset about those things. So I have a respect to Tottenham that is not only steeped in trophies. So them always getting beaten with the stick of not winning trophies. I was like, all right, finally, you lot can get that off you and the trophy you're winning, I weren't involved in. So it's no skin off my nose. Yeah. And Man U win it all the time. It makes no difference to them. They don't really care. So I generally, as a human being, for another human being, I wanted you to enjoy that feeling.
See,
but then they win it, and all they want to do is beat man up with it. I'm like, bro.
And now you're like, take back that hospitality.
Bro.
I'm telling you, bro. But I'm not gonna lie. I was doing the watch along. People ask me why are you doing it. I'm like, bro, we have to hold the licks. I gave Liverpool the guard of honor, bruv, in the watch along, clapping along, bruv. You have to hold the licks. You know, I was trying to justify it. I thought, you know, the only thing that's going to be positive about Tottenham winning that fucking cup is that we're going to get Gyökeres now. Is because I thought he was basically waiting to see if United are going to. Yeah. And as you said, United, even in their worst time, they're still dunking on us in terms of trophies. They're still chatting because they've won and all the rest of it. So I hear that angle. I totally do. But I'm not going to lie. The moment Spurs went 1-0 up, I'm like, Man United, fucking come back.
Yeah. Don't make it so easy.
That was me like doing it a gal or doing an Arteta. That was me just getting my back up. But no, I hear the angle and I was trying to justify it, you know. We'll get Gyökeres. They can win their cup. Because you know what I was saying, Chinks? I'm like, look, they've come above us a few times. They've got into Champions League. They've got into the position that they want. Because ultimately, I've heard George say it, I've heard Deji say it. Ultimately, they want to be at the table. They want to be in the champs, right? Cool. You've done that before, though, and you haven't really pushed on. So it's kind of more in the history of the Tottenham to not really push on, even though they've won the Europa League. Like, do you see them going mad this summer, spending bag of money?
No, because I was with on Spurs Rivals with Ash and Deji and Jay. Yeah, and they were like, like this game is it's important to us. It's a transformation. Like it does so much for us. And I'm sitting there thinking, no, it don't. And then we had a Liverpool man and a Man U man, and I was like, they've won the trophy. And I was like, all right, so as a Liverpool fan, you winning that trophy, was it some mega transformation for you? And he was like, no. And then the Man U fan was like, no, as well. And I was like, yeah, what are you lot on about? Like,
what are you lot on about? Because let me just say this, just to caveat exactly what you're saying, bro. And I saw you on there, big man like Ching. That's what I'm trying to say, bro. Get to know people. Make sure you're subscribing. I'll get your link in the description as soon as the stream finishes. Bro, like I said, they've got into the Champions League. They've never ever pushed on, right? And they've got all the infrastructure. Like, we know that they're not going to spend big. And that's what I was trying to say. If Man United was to get if to win that cup and get to the Champions League, it would have transformed them. It would have made them skip a cup because they already got Konya without the win. They had Gyökeres in the wings who would have came if they had champs. Yeah, their whole thing would have changed. They would have skipped a couple of steps in terms of being back. Whereas Spurs, the jury's out, bro. We don't even know if they're gonna spend.
You realize because it is it's that's transformative to them because of who they are in a way. Who they are, they can sign who they want, but then that's an added initiative. But then the Spurs fan remove that who they are part, and assume, I understand it.
Yeah, you understand now. They removed the who we are bit, you know what I mean? Because they keep telling us who we are, and they're calling us the spicy Spurs now. Do you get it? That's mad. It's mad. Big up
views. I fucking got a fly, bro.
Yeah, no worries, man. I was just saying, like, it's nearly 3 hours, man. We're gonna.
Big up, no. But the next time I'm free and you're on, I'm joining again, bro.
Man, bro. Always welcome, bro. And we're gonna get it under the lens as well, so it'll be all about
man. Whenever you're ready,
you know what I mean? We'll get that sorted out, man. Thank you very much for coming.
Big up, bro. Thanks for having me as well, man. Big up the chat and everybody, man. Big up Aaron as well from earlier,
big up, man. Each and every time, man. Big up Chinks. Always
love, man. Have a good one, yeah.
You too, my G.
Love, bro.
Big up Mike. He's saying no one likes us, we don't care. Well, I'd like us to have some siege mentality, but you can see what all of the top gooners do on Twitter and that. Do you get me? They seem to care a lot. Look at what they were doing when Liverpool won the league. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're shameless, bro. They're shameless. Big up the legend, Shane Gooner. We get targeted because a massive number of our fans are plebs, such as the hair clippers guy, a gal, AFTV. The list goes on. It goes on and on. No other fan base has even close to the same number of delusional fans. Bang on. Bang on, Shane, bruv. Bang on. As always, make sure you are subscribing to Shane. Like I said, most of you probably are already. Yeah, Vigilante Fact, Shane. Big up Rich. Arsenal get cooked because of the fans. Just love Arteta. And we post different tables. Yep. A dog called Win. Other clubs laugh because of the they embarrass us, Rich. That's what they do. These fans and the manager embarrass us. Someone might say, even Chink said, look, you don't want to kind of throw everyone under the bus. I hear that, but sometimes you gotta protect yourself in it and just be honest with the fans, bro, with the lifeblood of the club. We are the lifeblood of the club, innit? They go every week, season ticket holders. You can't be here if we're not paying money. So be real with us, man. That's what I did rate Unai Emery for. They're not giving me there's no money to spend, whatever he said. So just saying, man. Big up Peppermint Freedom. He said, trust, we have the largest top gooner set. We do, bro. We do. Big up Social Joins. What they dislike is how AFTV and Arsenal Online fans. Yeah. A lot of Arsenal fans don't even like AFTV. That was the thing back in the day. They didn't like it. Oh, you're ruining the club. Oh, you're saying bad things about the club. Because they was allowing fans to say things about it. Because you've got to remember, at the beginning, they wasn't so trying to be devil's advocate and bring balance and putting their own thoughts and shit across, because we don't want to hear from them. It was usually about the fans, and because fans were coming out saying Wenger out, and there was other fans, top gooners, that were like, oh, you're just because you're out in it in public. But what else are we supposed to do? There's no other outlet for Arsenal fans. So when AFTV first came around, it was very, very good. Yeah, because there was finally an outlet for real fans to see how other fans are feeling, game going fans as well. Do you get me? So I ain't gonna knock it, but then it just become corporate and it become about messages and hi, you know, get your car insurance, get your fucking whatever. Do you know what I mean? It's just a joke, man. Shane, big fact, always big facts, bro. Always big facts with Shane. Arsenal fans have always been the loudest online. I remember when we flooded match of the day, goal of the season to give it to Wilshere. And bruv, it's ridiculous, isn't it? Like, we do. I'm sorry, man. Without, you know, I'm not really being politically correct, but it is a little bit blue badge the way that the club is just backed, like, just blindly. It really is religion for most people. We just want our club to do better. If Arteta's the guy to win us something, I don't care. I'd rather that than Arsenal not win something. And that's the message that people need to take from all of this. 101 years since the highest goal scorer in the league wasn't in double digits. There you go. There you go. Crazy. This Havertz thing is toxic. Bro, he is a cunt, and I feel like he could do well at different teams, bro. I just feel like in this Arsenal team, it's not enough. We need more. As Chink said, you've got A, you've got B, you've got C. Like, he's probably B and C. We need A at this point. We don't need any more B and C. A big up Rich. Any call from Real Madrid or maybe City and Saliba's got, bro? That's why, you know, there's a little bit of a stall. I've heard that Gabriel signed his contract, but Saliba no. But to be honest with you, bro, I'd much rather have Gabriel over Saliba at this point in time. I know Saliba's younger, he's got a higher ceiling. I hear that, and I wouldn't want to lose him. But at the same time, when Saliba's having to play with a makeshift whoever, he don't cope with it as well as Gabriel does. Gabriel is my captain, obviously. Do you know what I'm saying? To be honest with you. So Marino is 29 with 0 upside. Yeah, Calafiori is one of Italy's best defender talents, absolute baller. I think he's good going forward. I don't like him defensively, Social Drains. I got to be honest. Moreno found a little place up front. I feel like he's better playing a false 9 where the onus isn't on him to tackle so much. But when he's in the midfield, I don't think he's good enough. I got to be honest. Big up Dio. I will still talk shit about our starting striker next season guaranteed. Sesko will be his backup phase 4 into 11 incoming. Bro, if Sesko's as good as you're saying, bro, then there's no way that Havertz should be keeping him out of the team. Like, you should be good enough to come and take Havertz out of that team. Excuse me. I heard he never came in the summer because he didn't want to play behind Havertz. January, I don't know what happened. Maybe he was just being respectful to Leipzig. Now he's leaving Leipzig. Looks like he's coming to Arsenal to do what? Play behind Havertz. Maybe Arteta's going to change up the system and we're going to play two forwards. Maybe it will work, but it's all maybes, bro. I still don't think Havertz is going to be good enough, but what do I know? Big up Tamina. Hope you're well today. Think it's the first time I've seen you around here. Gyökeres joining Arsenal and Sesko joining Arsenal too. See, that's what we should be doing. I wouldn't care about Sesko if we got Gyökeres, but from we ain't got Gyökeres, then Sesko I don't think is enough. Not if Havertz is going to be keeping him out of the team. That's crazy. Big up Dio. Havertz is not going to be ahead of Sesko. Hopefully, bro. Hopefully. That's what I'm saying. Hopefully, bro. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Berta, big up AJ. Berta is letting Arteta hang himself. So when he wins nothing again next season, he definitely getting sacked because I'm sorry, 90 million on Sesko when Victor Gyökeres is there for fit. It makes no sense. But let me tell you this, bro, AJ. I heard yesterday the same before we even heard all of the confirmations about us being in concrete talks with Sesko. I heard that his price ain't 90 million. I heard it's 60. Or it's come right down to be basically the same as Gyökeres or even a little bit cheaper. And that reeks of Arsenal, bro. That literally reeks of Arsenal. But if you really wanted to make a splash, get them both. I don't care how you got to figure it out. Change the formation. I don't care. But this is what we don't do. And I'm tired of it. So then there's always an excuse. Oh, yeah, but you got Sesko. We got to give him a couple of years to develop while Mikel Arteta is changing the system each year. You know, like, it's just going backwards, bro. But if we got someone like a Osherman or a Kane or a Julian Alvarez, we can expect them to score goals. Then there ain't no excuse. If we were unlucky and just missed out, then you'd say unlucky Arsenal, unlucky Arteta, unlucky the team. But if we don't make an effort to get the best in class, to be the best in class, this is what we're pissed off with now. Stop talking like we're big then. Stop raising the prices. Stop bringing out merch. Tell us that we're QPR in red, and then we can decide how we want to support you. Don't tell us that we're trying to do this and we're trying to do that, because now that's what we expect. Big up Dio. We shouldn't even be comparing Sesko and Havertz. It's Sesko and Moreno. Moreno is ahead of Havertz. Wow, there you go, bro. There you go. But you can already see how Arteta's gushing over Havertz, bro. He gushes over him, bro. Teachers' pets. These guys are going to be safe. The most comfortable footballers in world football. Saka, Havertz, Odegaard, bro. Big up Rich. He said, AJ, I hope this happens, that this gets Arteta the sack. Of course, bro. But I'm just saying, how much time can we waste? How much years can we go by not winning? Trying to give him rope to hang himself. Just get rid of him. We've got an infection. Cut the hand off, bro, to save the arm. Don't wait till it goes halfway up the arm. Like, I don't understand it myself. I mean, I hear what Matt's saying. I mean, he's saying that's how they move in America. They get the general manager in, which is like the sporting director, and they start to gather their evidence. Yeah, they start to gather their evidence. We need this, we need that. Now we can slap that in front of you and say, this is the reason why you're going. I understand the logic. I've just got the human, the little boy in me, the impatience. Like, I don't want to not win nothing again next year just because we're playing an experiment with this guy. We're meant to be in control. It's the Kroenkes club, right? So fucking get rid of him, bro. I don't know. But I understand the logic. I'm just like, have we got time for that? But there's nothing we can do. Here's where we are, guys. Big up Topside Highbury again, my bro. Arteta is anti-football, bro. Yeah. He's inverted football, innit? Inverted attack. You know what I'm saying? Anti-football. That is brilliant, bro. Content like yours is growing. Is what helps drives the fuck, bro. Appreciate you, man. We try, bro. We try. We're not quite up there with legends like Aaron and Shane just yet, but we're trying, man. We are trying. Jez, you know, obviously these guys are legends in the game. Make sure you're subscribing to all of these guys as well. Look, it's like you can hear when I'm talking about him. Look, spot on top side. Big up Shane in the building. If you're still here, big yourself up. Sorry it's taking me so long. I'm just going to get through the comments and end it because I'm back again at 9 o'clock with Rashid and I need to go and eat something. AJ said Hendon Guna. We could also get Jonathan David for nothing as well. This is what I'm trying to say. Why have we been taking so long to move? They ain't playing no last games or what. I don't even care if they are. If you're free or you've got a release clause, we're going to come and talk to you now. We're going to confirm. We're going to get your signature pre-signing or whatever, and then we can come and do all the other stuff after. We're going to guarantee that you're playing for us now. Excuse me. When I saw the free list and I saw Jonathan David, I saw Ola, Einar, and I saw Tyreek Mitchell, I'm saying go and snap them up right now. Why are we wasting any time? We've let Kieran Tierney go. If we get a proper left back, then we don't have to rely on Calafiori and Miles Lewis-Skelly as much. They can rotate, or we can have Calafiori as a left centre back cover. Yeah, it just makes sense. Ola Einar, because I feel like Ben White has lost a bit. That's not his fault. Obviously, he's been played through injury. That's Arteta's fault. Arteta's fault. You can't dodge that one. He's decided to keep playing him. Whether they're taking whoever's taking pain injections and you're not supposed to be playing. It does come down to depth, but you fail to prepare. So every argument that people come up with, it is valid, and I'm not saying there's no context in it, but we can always come up with an alternative argument. Always. Big up Vigilante, David Raya. Is Dora the Explorer's mutant cousin wandering around the pitch? Now, Chinks made a good point. It's like the same point I made when I said you got Lewis-Skelly inverting from the left, you got Moreno playing false 9, dropping deep, so that midfield 3 becomes 5. Right, and then obviously if we've got 4 at the back, Raya coming out playing, it now makes 5 at the back, so you've got extra. It should benefit us, right? I can see the logic. However, does it look like it benefits us when we're watching it, or does he look like a crackhead? Because that's what he looks like to me, bro. He just looks like a jittery crackhead, bro. It doesn't fill me with any confidence. I don't need to see my keeper doing that. I understand the logic behind it. You're trying to change the game, but a lot of the time I'm just worried you're going to get lobbed, and you have been lobbed. And the thing is, it's being coached into them because when that Neto, when he came on, he was doing the same thing. So it's being coached into them, bro. I don't like it personally, but I'm old school, innit? Uncle Views, you know that. I'm old school. I don't like it. Maybe that's a new school thing. I can understand the logic. I just explained it to you, but it don't mean I like it, guys. Big up Topside Highbury again. Nicola Jovic, is that? Mudded Josh Kroenke last week about the Denver Nuggets' poor bench depth. Kroenke spend poorly worldwide. Well, what I do know, guys, is they obviously spend more on their American franchises, the ones that they actually like and want to be behind. Arsenal's just a money move for these guys. They said it themselves. They're not here to win trophies. That was however many years ago. But they have to keep spinning the lie to keep people going, to keep the customers returning, right? This is my point. If the customers say, no, fuck that, we want some value for our money for a change. Like, why do we always never get why can we never have McDonald's? You know, as a kid, you wanted McDonald's, your mum telling you there's burgers at home. Why can one time we can never have McDonald's, bro? I'm tired of it, bro. AJ Rich, I'm sorry, Arteta would be 1 trophy from a possible 26 when he wins nothing next season. But we'll sack him 1 more season of pain. I hear it. I just don't want to wait that season, bro. But I hear it. Big up Dio, he's saying it's the church of the 433. Yeah, that's what it is. The church. Big up Dio, big up Vigilante. He said for me, he's saying to AJ, for me, Arteta has to win a cup and the league or the champs. Has wasted far too much money. Also, excuse me, had the job 5.5 years. Bro, you can't listen. You can't be an amateur in any role after half a decade, innit? You might come in as an amateur, Yeah, people get trained up all the time in new jobs, but you can't be an amateur after 5 years, bro. Like you must have found your rhythm. You must have a routine. You must know your squad. You know, you must know your tactics. And they're all questionable this season. Big up Dio again. Wanyeri is the backup to Odegaard, but there's no point having the backup if Arteta won't trust the backup. There you go. We shall see what's in store for Wanyeri next season. I've said free Wanyeri. He got a last game run out. You know, he did look knackered. And big up Chinks. That was a good point. He's always getting taken off. But I felt like when Odegaard and when Saka, when he was playing on the right and coming in for Saka and all that, right? He was building up the match fitness. You got to remember that. And then when you leave him out for 2 weeks or 2 weeks, it's probably even longer than that. Why am I saying 2 weeks? When you leave him out for however long you left him out for and only play him on the last game of the season, then he ain't going to have match fitness, is he? He was blowing in the first half. I was doing the watch along. I said it. I seen it. Like he was blowing. But you fucked up his match fitness now. As Shane said, like totally like rip him out in front of the team. Give him some other punishment or whatever. But to now he's the pariah. Now these kids outside, bro. Now he's the pariah. We don't get to see him at all, especially in games where we actually needed a goal and some creativity. But because you're being so stubborn, now it's at the detriment of the team. Hear what I'm saying? I'm sorry if you can hear these absolute hyenas outside, bro. The thing is, they live across that side, yeah. But because there's a basketball ring outside my place, that's where they are bouncing their ball, innit? I told the missus, but this is what I'm trying to say, man. 16 years, she don't rate me, bro. She don't rate me. No, Odegaard needs to go. Bigger AJ, worst captain in Arsenal history. Trading for Eze, we get a much better. Yeah, we get much better. We get so much better. We do. Eze can play multiple positions. You know what I'm saying? So Eze can play left wing, even if Odegaard is playing. And as soon as Odegaard, well, not even as soon as Odegaard, you give him up to a point. Oh, we have to wait for you to not stink it out. And if you carry on stinking it out, we can just put Eze into your position. I'd love Eze. I've been calling Eze from the end of last season, before he was being spoken about with 70 million on the price tag. You know what I mean? Make sure you guys are hitting the likes, way in or way out. The numbers are going up and down. All I ask for is that you hit the like for me, please. It really helps me out. Big up Peppermint. He's saying Havertz, Sesko, Odegaard, the unholy trifecta. Yeah, that is actually stinky, isn't it? That will bring this manager down, bro. Obviously, Dio thinks Sesko's gonna bang, so all I can do is hope. Big up AJ. He said, Chinks, don't give me the squad excuses. Oh, he's not even here now. He has been given 32 signings. That's a whole squad plus 7 extra players. Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? That's what I'm trying to. There's always an argument, bro. But like I said, it's like Chinese whispers with the eyes. And people see things how they see it, bro. They really do. That's what I'm noticing, bro. That's what I'm noticing. But sometimes it can be at the detriment of the club. In my opinion, some people might say I'm overreacting. So that's what I'm trying to say. It's always 50-50. Look, here we go. Big up Dio. Sesko will be good, lads. The jury's out on that one, my guy, but we'll have to wait and see. It looks like we ain't gonna have a choice. Big up my bro Shane. The board put up 750 mil. Arteta chose not to spend any of it on strikers. Another great argument. Dun dun dun. Do you know what I mean? Just good arguments going all around. That's because even what he was saying, he needs to trust his players. That's why I was trying to get it in there, like, but that is his squad though, because it's his squad. And I understand that you don't trust your players. It's actually a travesty. Like, we could have not had as many injuries this year. You don't trust your players, but it's your squad, big man. You put it together. You've been back more than any other Arsenal manager in history. So I don't want to hear all of that. The thing I don't get is that people had more faith with Gabriel Jesus than they had with Sesko, and yet Jesus was a more known quantity and had been proven to be limited. That's because Sesko looks limited, my guy. Bro, you ain't even hit 15 goals in his last 2 seasons, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Like, I'm not saying that he's a totally bad player. He's better than whoever we've got now. 100% give you that. But we don't, like I keep saying it, guys, we don't need potential right now. We need killers. We've been calling out for a gunman. The last gunman we had was Oba, and they couldn't wait to get rid of him, bro. Which was disgusting in itself. Couldn't wait to get rid of Oba, bro. And we haven't replaced him since. I weren't jumping up and down about Gabriel James. I thought he was a winger anyway. Obviously, he's had some purple patches playing for Arsenal. And I was even saying play him as a winger, play him as the left winger. He actually works hard going up and down the wing. Just treat him as a winger. He's not a striker, bro. Meg the Sterling ain't a striker. Moreno, Havertz, they're not strikers, bro. Maybe Martinelli. Oh, he was bought as a centre forward, but he was bought young and you've never really been played like that. And even Emery got better out of Martinelli, to be honest with you. So it's not like, I don't think Sesko's a shit player, but I don't expect you to come in and light up the Premier League, bro. You couldn't even light up the Bundesliga, bro. I'm expecting 20 goals plus. We're giving Jokeres, we always want to talk about the Portuguese tax. It's not like the Bundesliga's La Liga or the Premier League. I don't even know if I rate Bundesliga over Serie A. Let's be honest. That's another question for you, man, actually. What's better, Serie A or Bundesliga, bro? I'm not saying they're shit leagues. They're like the top 5 leagues in world football. I'm just saying, like, if there's tax for the Portuguese league, why ain't there 2 or 3 other players with the same goals that Jokeres has got? Why was he scoring goals in the Championship? Why is he scoring goals in the Champions League, in the Cups? Please just use your eyes as well. I'm not saying Sesko's poor. I'm just saying it's not what we need right now. Or go and get me Sesko with Jokeres, innit? I don't know how it would work, but that's what I'm calling out for. Because I need a gunman, bro. And if Jokeres, because you got to remember, yeah, Arsenal's always been a team where we've had strikers. Carnu, Henry, Bergkamp, Wiltord, 4 of the best. Do you see what I'm saying? 4 of the best people. Why is it that we can only have 1 now or 2, and we've got to have 1 and then someone who's like some dead guy just because he's happy to sit on the bench? No, rotate. Look at Aston Villa, bro. Look what Unai Emery was doing. Players are getting upset because they're not getting to play as much as they want, but they're getting rotated. Their legs are being saved. Quality for quality. I'll take off. At one point, it's take off Duran, put on Watkins, take off fucking Rashford, put on Asensio. Like, quality for quality, bro. Big up Vigilante. He said, Dio, respect you like Sesko. I don't see it. He is shit from what I have seen. I have watched games and wasn't impressed. I've watched games live. I wasn't impressed. Only 2 though. I've seen his compilations and he does look good in the compilations, but like I said, anyone can, bro. Anybody can. You know, 13 goals last season, 14 goals the season before that. You ain't even got better, bro. Like, I'm just saying, innit? There's potential there. There's potential in loads of strikers, bro. Probably more in Ekatike. Why are we not in for him? Like, look at Liam Delap. Look at how powerful he is. Look at how he can progress the ball. Look at how he strikes the ball. But we're not in for him because he's not a glitzy name, is it? But he's Premier League proven, though. He's just had a season in the Premier. Like, come on, man. It's crazy. Big up AJ Byte again. Said, boy, I am sorry. He won't handle the pressure of the price tag. So that's why it must be Victor Jokeres. Then when he no longer... Hold on. Jokeres, then when he's no longer banging, then you replace him with Sesko. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You get both of them, bro. If you're making big moves, you get both of them, especially if you see that Liverpool's just, you know, splashing 100+ on fucking Florian Wirtz, bro. You go and get both of them. Big up AJ said Shane Facts, the amount of strikers Arteta could have brought what, 23 different strike, bro. January just gone, bro. Like I said, even if you don't get out and out number 9, you could have went and got Marmoush and Kvaratskhelia in January, bro. Spent 100-odd million. Not even as much as what Man City spent. Just got both of them, bro. Even if you had a Moreno or Havertz up top. If you've got those, they can interchange. They can play across the front 3. You could have got that done this January. And you said, hold my beer, I'm doing nothing. That's what I'm trying to say. When I'm talking about the cash flow problems, it's for the English teams. That's just what I was told, and it's kind of come to fruition. So I'm just saying, guys, that's it. I think I read that one. My apologies. He said, LOL, Sesko has everything Jokeres has. Nah, bro. He's just not doing it in Portugal, so we can't stat pad. Bro, if you're not good enough, you can't compare him to Jokeres if you can't even score 20 goals, bro. Like, if Jokeres was in Bundesliga, I promise you he scores 20 goals, bro. I promise you. He's not just one of these slow guys. He's got skill. A lot of the time he does deep runs from the halfway line. Like, people are not clocking it. He's got both feet. He can score a header. I'd probably say Sesko's probably scored more headers than him, but Gyökeres has got a good header. Gyökeres is ready. Gyökeres is ready. When you say the top 5 or the top 10 strikers in European football or world football, if Sesko makes it, he's way down the bottom, bro. And Gyökeres ain't. Osherman ain't. Kane isn't. Julian Alvarez isn't. Why didn't we go and get Julian Alvarez then if we're not going to get Gyökeres? I could expect him to score goals. It's Arteta and his stubbornness, bro. That's what it is. And people get behind it. Obviously, you must really like him, fair play. But most other fans don't even know about him, bro. I'm being deadly honest. Because the club won him, yeah. That's it. That is it. Saying that he's stat padding. Why ain't everyone else stat padding then? There's loads of Portuguese players that come from their league to the Premier League and go all around the world. So it's not like they're shit. There's always an alternate argument, my guy. I'll give you that. Pepe got massively disrespected by the club. He didn't ask for his price tag, and Arteta should have played him far more. I think so as well. I don't think he was bad as people were going on. But once people get a scapegoat, bro, that is it. That is it. He's saying Sesko is good. He's going to be excellent with Saka and Rice playing with him. All I can do is hope now, bro. All I can do is hope. And I didn't want hope. I wanted expectation. This is what people are not getting. I wanted ambition. I wanted to see that the club's turned the corner. And I ain't seeing that. That's what I'm saying, my bro. But big yourself up. Big up Mali, my brother. Big up Views and Chinks. Yeah, he's kicked out. This is how long it's taken me to get to the chats, bro. Jesus Christ, bro. Hope you're well, though, Mali. Man saying big up Chinga. Come on. He said 102 goals in 2 seasons. Doesn't lie. Plus, he do it in the championship. So, again, 55 million. Yeah, exactly. For the price tag as well, bro. Like, it's a no-brainer. Someone that you can actually expect goals from. How can you expect goals from Sesko? He's 21 years old. He ain't even scored. Has he even scored 20 goals in his career? Anywhere. Like, come on, man. I'm not even trying to just put the kid down, but that's what he is, a kid, compared to Gyökeres, bro. Championship, Portugal, fucking Champions League, international. Like, bro, he scores goals. Have some respect for the Bundesliga. I'm asking you, bro. You're saying have some respect for it, bro, but it's not like I've never seen no games from it. It's not exactly overly fast paced or anything. You know, that's a bit of a La Liga situation. 1 or 2 teams win it. And most leagues are probably, except for the Prem, most leagues are like that. But I'm just saying, bro, like, what is even better? Can you even say Serie A is better than Bundesliga outright, or the other way around? I don't know if you can. Let me know. Let me know. But you're always respected though, Dio. We don't have to agree. Bigger AJ say, boy, I would rather Jonathan David on a free than Sesko for £90 million. Let me say this though, AJ. We ain't paying £90 million for him. I'll tell you that. We're not. Like I said, the same day we got the news that we're in concrete talks is the same day his price went down to like 60 million euros or something, or the same price as Gyökeres. And it's an Arteta signing all over it. Big up my broski Rashid, saying SLT, Gavin Rich, I think he's saluting them. Big up, man. Big up, my bro. 9 o'clock, I'm going to get off soon because I want to have some rest. But 9 o'clock, catch Rashid back here for Under the Lens. Too late to get David. I've been banging the drum to get him since this time last year. Fair play. I didn't know he was going to be on a free until I saw the list like a few weeks back. No, he was on the list after the January window fucking thingy. Then I'm like, bro, these men on the free list, they're going to be free in summer. Some people are free right then. Some people are free in summer. Go and get him. Go and get Einar, because I don't think Ben White, and then maybe use Ben White as right back, centre back cover. Oh no, he was shit in centre back. He's a different player now, bro. And if he's just going to be cover, do you know what I'm saying? Because I don't think he's the same like right back at all. You know, playing through the injuries and all of that stuff. Big up Rashid, man, each and every time. That's my broski. Make sure you're going to subscribe to his channel, saying big up the chat. Vigilante saying rather Openda over Sesko, he can actually score. See, that's another striker that no one's talking about as well. My point exactly. I'd rather Lautaro Martinez over fucking Sesko, because at least I see him scoring. Got I don't know, bruv. Like, bro, he's an important player, innit? You know, whereas Sesko is a potential player. He's not a bad player. He's just not what we need right now. But I'm hoping that he proves me wrong, and I'm hoping that Dio is right. I'm not just trying to go against the grain. Big up AJ said, boy, look at every single champion goal score that has actually done it in the Prem. Championship, there's a lot of players, man. You know, Elise, Eze, they've all come up from there. Vardy, loads of championship players do well. You know, they're all players that we're looking at now for 50 and 60 millions. Your Wissers, your Embuemos and shit like that. Big up Rashid again, each and every time. Smash up the likes as you enter. Big up, my bro. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. I'm losing my voice and everything. Frog in the throat. Big up, my bro. True Gooner, man. Big yourself up, bro. I'm going to shout you. We're going to get Under the Lens in as soon as possible. In the next week or two. Probably next week, but I will be in touch. Big yourself up. Make sure you're subscribing to True Gooner as well. Doing big things over on his channel. Dio said we should have gotten David in Jan. Yeah, it's late now. He's going Italy in all likelihood. Well, even now, we're all getting upset about Sesko, but it's not a here we go. Even Fabrizio ain't saying a here we go. It's just saying it's concrete talks, and now we got to sort out, I don't know what we got to sort out. Formal shit, you know, installments, because you know what Arsenal were like. So there's still a small chance, you know, the little boy in me still saying, can we just scrap this, Berta? I'm still hoping I can call you Berta and not just Bert. Can we just scrap this and go and get Gyökeres, please? Like, what are we doing? I got a feeling it'll end up at another Premier League team, bro. And then how are you guys going to feel then? We get Sesko and Gyökeres ends up at another Premier League team. How are you going to feel then? Because I'm going to feel ready to crash out. I'm not even lying. I'm not even lying. Rashid said, we saying boy 10, we getting Sesko. Yeah, look, he's been happy, bro. He's been happy. But look, if we are getting him, all I can do is hope at this point. Yeah, big up Vigilante doing his work, the good Lord's work. Big yourself up, my bro. He's got Rashid's link in there. Make sure you guys are clicking it. Let's get man to the 900 and the 1K ASAP. Catch him on Under the Lens later on. AJ saying, boy, who was that? Who was the last striker to come from Germany for 90+ millions and do it? Because I can't think of one. Facts. But I keep saying, AJ, I don't think it's going to be the 90-odd million. Not to say that I agree with spending the same money on him. I'd rather get Gyökeres again. So I'm not like, but I don't think it's the 90 million. I think his money has gone down, bro. Guys, Sesko has every single ingredient of any striker you might point to as an alternative. He is the next complete striker in the game. Bro, I hope you're right and not trolling, bro. I really do, bro. I really, really do. You're saying big up Josh every time. Yeah, man. Big up True Gooner, man. Each and every time. Make sure you subscribe into him, Vigilante. If you can get his link in there, I would very much appreciate it, my bro. Dio saying, Rashid, we made a current transfer move. We are going for the talent. Bro, I look at this guy, I'm just like I said, Chinese whispers with the eyes, because I see something else, bro. There's only one guy I want to see coming to the Emirates. I can't even do it, but you know who I'm talking about. Agree to disagree. Yeah, that's it, bro. We can respectfully disagree. Like I said, I don't want an echo chamber, and I've known Chinks from before. And like I said, he keeps it the same energy on any stream. He could be on a stream full of top gooners. He's gonna keep the same energy. Don't look at football in the same way. You know, obviously ruffles some feathers. I hear it, but just like I get ruffled, bro. If I hear a gal or Christian just waffling and giving their excuses, brother, it gets under my skin. So I get it, but we don't want an echo chamber over here. That's definitely not what we want. Big up AJ, how are you? But yeah, man, come on, man. Big up Josh. Make sure you subscribe into the broski. Big up Dio. Everyone gonna have a Sesko jersey this time next summer, bro. Make it so, bro. Make it so, because they're not listening to the fans, obviously. Because even the top gooners are still saying, "Get me Gyökeres, bro," and you're literally the only one in my mind that's coming to mind that's telling me go and get Sesko. So if we could pivot now, Dio, if we could pivot and say, all right, we're not even going to do that, we can still go and get Gyökeres. You're telling me no, you still want Sesko. If you wouldn't mind answering me that, Just so I know where your head's at, bro. Because most top gooners, yeah, like they were still gushing for Gyökeres, bro. They still want to do that celebration, you know. Even that Harry semi-face or whatever he is, semi-hard on, bruv, whatever his name is, bruv, yeah. He's like, oh, you know, the club are making concrete talks for Sesko, la-di-da, la-di-da. You know, it's a bit of a shame that we didn't get Gyökeres, but if the club wants Sesko, you hear those important words? But if the club wants Sesko, then whatever. They're the get-along gang, right? But he said, I thought we were going to get Gyökeres. Guaranteed, if we would have signed Gyökeres, they would have sold out the shirts, bro, in hours. Absolute hours. No, not never spending money on that. Also, not until the club wins something. Yeah, bro, I ain't gonna. That's my thing. I ain't buying jerseys until you get back to where we need to get to, bro. Big up AJ Boy. If he flops, then what do we do? Because that league lost again. We can't afford that. Not even just that, but if we flop after paying 60 odd million again, probably putting him on a high wage again. It's like we're not learning from our mistakes, guys. That's what's annoying me as well. If he does flop, then, you know, we're stuck. But we could probably sell him a lot more than we could sell Havertz. Hopefully. Let's hope that he ain't missing open goals like Havertz and shit, bro. Let's hope so. He said, I don't see Sesko flopping. No, that's fair. That's fine. But like I said, based on what, bro? Please don't say based on them compilations. Because I've seen him live. I've not been impressed. I've seen the compilations. It's all right. But I never take all of that into... because it's a compilation. I was enjoying Gyökeres compilations more. I got to be honest. But we all see different things. Chinese whispers with the eyes, people. Chinese whispers with the eyes. We all see different things, man. We all look at one man's trash is another man's treasure. You understand what I'm saying? You might look at one thing and say, "Oh, she's butters, bro," and the next man's like, "Are you mad? Are you mad?" Like he's ready to crash out. You understand? So I'm just trying to take the smooth with the rough. However, I will say though, all of the blind faith stuff with no logic, like you've only got 14 and 13 goals, like you ain't even hit 20 goals in your last 2 seasons. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? That for me, that don't back up. That don't back it up. Like that don't make me think that we should get him over Gyökeres because of that. Do you get it? That's not damning evidence. Like boom, look at what he's done. Really? Do you know what I mean? So, but there you go, bro. Big up the legend Shane. He said Arteta won't listen to anyone. 0 point getting in an attacking coach. Yeah, that's how far back it went. My apologies, man. I'm just trying to get through the comments as much as I can. I need to get off soon because I'm back on in a few hours. My money will be spent towards the ladies since they actually, bro, fair play. I was thinking, do I even start watching the ladies? Maybe we'll do ladies watch alongs, bro. You know, like that. You know, like that. Because first time crosses, do you know what I mean? Tactics in the game, formations being changed, things like that. Like competence. I like competence. Do you know what I mean? We got Nick Fadley. You can tell this conversation becomes hot when the host is not wearing a shirt. I'm in a vest. I'm upstairs in my house. I have to have the window closed for noise and the sunlight, and I am absolutely baking. Like absolutely baking. It's not even that hot outside. It's just hot inside. Very much so. But big yourself up, bro. Big yourself up. Big up Yasser in the building. Make sure you're subscribing to Yasser. Go and show him some love. Big up the Chelsea fans in the building. Congratulations again. Man saying big up the chat as well. Man said you can tell Views is fuming. Man's wearing the wife beater. I'm not fuming with anything you've done, my guy. I'm fuming because it's hot in the house, bro. It's baking, bro. Not even fuming. I'm just in the vest because it's bacon, fam. It's absolutely bacon. There's no way I could sit here even in a t-shirt. Even in a t-shirt. But big yourself up, man. We're always here for a bit of jokes. And I can laugh at myself as well, bro. You know, like that. I'm an Arsenal fan. You've got to be able to. Man said big up Views and Chinks Phase. Yeah, man. Big yourself up, my brother. Man said you see. What's that? Uncle Views. I'm showing my age now, bro. Big up AJ Bayer. He said, boy, I'm sorry. Respectfully, all the evidence points Victor Gyökeres makes far more sense. He does, bro. He does. That's a guy that's not good enough to start for RB. Bro, does he starts for RB though, innit? He must be starting this season for RB. Was he starting last season when he got 14 goals? Can someone let me know that? Because if he was starting last season and so he's been starting for 2 seasons and can't drum up 20 goals, then listen, respectfully, bro, like you're all right, but you're not what we need. That's all I'm saying. That's it. You know what I mean? That's it. Dio saying, oh, not sure what that's about, but big up. Stream broke for a second. Sorry, man. Sorry, bro. Might have been for when Chinks come out. Like I said, Streamlabs is going on mad, bro. I think I still saw a flash when I was on StreamYard. So it might be the camera, but I see it way much on this, and people drop out from this. It's funky, bro. It's funky. And I got fucking fiber optic. Imagine that. Fucking shit. Can't remember who I heard say it. Arteta is trying to revive his failed career or relive his failed career through these players, and they were right. Well, it's definitely a representation of him. It's pragmatic, it's defense first, and I don't like it. Arsenal should never really be like that. Not in this day and era. Big up AJ, my bro. 26 likes. Love it. Let's see if we can get to 30 before I come off. We are trying to round it up before 6. I'm just trying to get through the chat. It's telling me there's 328. So it's a mad thing. Big up Yasa each and every time. Maybe I'll skip the big ups if I can. There's the link. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Make sure you guys are showing love. Community settings. Big up Dio again. He's Sesko's agent at this point. Sesko is brilliant. It's weird to me, people trying to say he's shit, bro. It's weird to you. That's because what you see in it. What I see is not it. It's not even that I see and I think, oh, this guy's rubbish. I just think this is not who we go and get right now. It's not. It's go and get Gyökeres. That's who I like on the eye. We're not gonna get Isak because I would have bit your arm off for Isak, but we ain't paying that money. I know that. Even though I'm sick of that. I'm sick of the fact that we ain't doing. Look at what Liverpool's doing with Wirtz. I'm pretty sure he's 126 million, bro. If we put down 126 million for Isak, Newcastle would have to think about it. I'm telling you that right now. But we ain't gonna do that. We know that. Steptoe and son. Even though we got billionaires running our club, it's mad. I'm tired of never been in an argument, bro. Go in for these players. Do you get it? Gyökeres is tearing up world football right now, bro. It's not like it's new. He's just won his second league title. Did they win the cup? I'm not sure. Do you get it? I think they did because Northside was raging. Big up Northside. You understand what I'm saying? My man's a winner, bro. What did Sesko win, bro? Didn't even get 20. Got like, come on, man. How many goals did Sesko get in the champs? So I'm just saying, and yes, he is going to be our best striker if he signs tomorrow because we haven't got a striker, bro. We've got CDMs playing pretend striker. We've got wingers getting called strikers. Like they're not number 9s. We know this, man. That's an easy statement to say because, you know, anyone can come in and be better. Like Liam Delap can come in and be fucking our best striker tomorrow, bro, because we ain't got any. But big yourself up, my G. Big yourself up. Big up AJ said, boy, I've watched Sesko 14 times. I'm sorry, you can definitely get better of it to Gyökeres. But not now. So why spend the extra 35 million? Not like I said, bro. We ain't, bro. We're not spending 90 million on him. This is Arsenal Football Club, bro. If Sesko was actually 93 million, we'd be getting Gyökeres. It went down. I'm trying to tell you, like I saw it. I seen it. I'll tell you this though. I'll tell you this, AJ, and anyone else, yeah, because that's what I was believing as well yesterday. 90 odd million pounds. If that is actually the case, though. Everyone needs to crash out. Forget protesting. Riots are needed. You're telling us we've only got 100 million to spend plus player sales, and you're gonna tank 90. I know you're not gonna give them 90 straight away, but you're gonna have to give them a decent first chunk, bro. Even if you're paying in installments, that makes no business sense, bro. Sick of it, man. Sick of it. Big up AJ again. Bayat, he said, I would snap your hand off for Eze Fax, Anderson, Mitchell, Victor Gyökeres, Jonathan David, Brian and Buemo. Look at that. That wins multiple, bro. Look at that. Look at that. We're not even asking to go and get Mbappe and all that. But yes, striker, go and get Gyökeres, especially when he's at that money. It makes no sense to be going for anybody else. But here we are. Here we are, gang. Here we are. I don't think Yok would help us win a major. Dio, my guy, bruv. Do you watch ball as well, though, bro? Come on, man. He is exactly what we need, bro. I've heard that, and I've heard, oh, he don't fit the Arteta system. Then change the fucking system. Gunman for that price at this age, at this time, go and get him. Nothing makes more sense. Nothing. Anything else is hogwash, bro. I'm being, at least from my perspective, anyway. But let me at least finish your comment. Let me do that. Not without Sesko. so Gyökeres wouldn't win us nothing. We'd have to have Sesko with Gyökeres, or are you saying? I think you mean with Gyökeres, isn't it? However, believe that Sesko will push us onto. Oh man, even if we were to lose Saliba, he's going to be that good. Hey. Respectfully, I have to disagree, but I hope I'm proven wrong. I will give you that. I hope that you can come and mud me when he comes and bags 20 plus goals. I hope that is the case. I hope I'm not the one telling you, bro. I did say. To get it, I hope that's not the case, bro, because I'm not wrong on strong. I was saying the same about Arteta. Win me the champs, bro, and then we're factory reset. Then I'm watching you again. Start doing the right things. Let's keep it going now. Big up AJ Byte. He said, boy, of course Sesko would be our best striker. Yeah. Because we don't have any. Come on, it's an easy thing to say, bro. Some people consider Havertz an actual striker and have him in the depth chart. Bro, I consider him a striker. He's not one, but he's not a midfielder either for Arsenal. It's the same as we got two of the same players, bro. They're like twinsies, bro. They're doing up twinsies. Two of the same players. And we've got, so how are we going to get two strikers now, quality strikers, when we've got these two? Because when they play in midfield, they're rubbish, bro. Havertz and Moreno, in my honest opinion, rubbish. So where else are they going to play, bro? Otherwise, get the fuck out. And are they going to sell them? Not on your Nelly. Arteta's little pets, not on your Nelly, bro. This is why I'm on to Arteta, because now your decisions and your favoritism and your stubbornness is at the detriment of the club. In terms of getting better, in terms of getting quality, in terms of time and money wasted by everyone, you know, time away from families. Bro, you're at the detriment of the club. When you start becoming like that, then you need to fuck off, bro. I can't see it. Lots of people saying Havertz will start ahead of Sesko. That's what I'm talking about, bro. That might be another reason we ain't got Gyökeres. And again, it's down to Arteta. So even if you get your wish, big man, and Sesko does come, he still might have to battle it out with Havertz. This manager's a clown. Of course, Sesko would be the best striker because we don't have any. So if we do buy him, I expect him to start. But watch. You watch. Watch what I'm saying, man. Watch what I'm saying. Big up Peppermint. He said, boy, 10, how many goals do you predict Sesko will score in his first season? I'm pretty sure he said like 17 or something like that. Which is all right, but it still ain't 20, is it? You got Chris Wood scoring 20 goals, bro. You're telling me Sesko can't do that? This is my point I'm trying to make exactly, bro. It's mad in this dunya, bro. If we weren't getting Gyökeres, go and get me Julian Alvarez. We're not getting Julian Alvarez, go and get me fucking Osimhen. If we're not getting Osimhen, go and get me Ollie Watkins then. I want someone that I can expect to put the ball in the back of the net. I want a calculated risk. Every player is a risk. Every move is a risk. I want a calculated one. Is that too much to ask for? But here we are. Stranger things, people. We're literally in the upside down. I thought this summer was more about not being stubborn, giving the fans a little something back, giving us something to be happy about, making a bucket load of money from shirt sales with Gyökeres on the back and everyone being on the same page for once. That's what I thought this summer was going to be about, bro. But no. Typical Arsenal. Typical Arsenal, bro. Step-toe on some business, stubbornness. It's disgusting, bro. That's what it is, bro. It's disgusting, bro. But I won't need any more evidence to get him sacked if he does that, bro. I'm saying, I'm saying, why even wait? Just sack him now. It will cost us. It will probably be more business savvy to just release his contract now. A competent manager will come with this team and a few little additions, and they will bang. I'm telling you that now. Because they're not going to be doing this old defensive. I'm going to stand on the sidelines and micromanage everything that everyone's doing and all this other bollocks. Like, it's ridiculous, bro. It really is. It really, really is. Excuse me. Boy, Sesko wouldn't score 102 in the last 2 seasons in Portugal. That's what I'm saying, bro. Whereas Victor Gyökeres would score more than 26 in the last 2 in Germany. Facts. Yes, different leagues, I hear it, but then why is there not another one at least that's close to Gyökeres then? Maybe there is. Someone let me know. I'm always open to taking new information, innit? Always. But big up AJ, big up everyone in the chat. I'm trying to get through it, guys. I'm trying to get through it. 17 in the league in our team. This is what Dio's saying. Yeah, 17. Assuming he maintains fitness, that would be his first season, second season, and afterwards I would expect 20 plus in the league season. Like I said, Dio, was he a starter for Leipzig last season? Not the season that's just ended, the season before when he got 14 goals. Not GA, just straight goals. Okay. Obviously, we need 20 goals or very close to it. 17 is close to it. I'll give you that. But if he can't score that in the Bundesliga, bro, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm sorry the players let Emery down. What more could he do? They did as well. Obviously, it's a bit of both. I mean, I wasn't, like I said to Chinks, I wasn't like fuming when he left, but I expected us to go and get better, not to downgrade, not to go and get a novice. That's what I didn't expect. Emery didn't get a single player he wanted. Arteta's, yep, that's enough. Yep, it's great points, bro. I can't argue with it. Peppermint saying we will go 6 years without a trophy unless we can win the League Cup. We're not far off, believe me. The League Cup, yeah, the team's good enough to win something. I'll give you that. But when the pressure's on, the team folds, bro, like a deck chair. It really does. And Arteta's not brave. So when you got a team that folds and a manager that's not brave, that's why we ain't winning nothing, bro. I'm going to be terribly honest. But next season, we should be going for the cups because I don't think we're going to win the league. I don't think we're going to win the champs. We should be going for the cups all out. Spurs fans had a website, them times called Last Time Arsenal Won a Trophy. That's mad. They can restart that again now they've won. That is mad. You see what I'm saying? We're the laughing stock of football, bro. And we are the first place that everyone stops. West Ham, Newcastle, Tottenham, Crystal, everyone. We had a better season than Arsenal. We're always the benchmark, innit? It's mad. It's mad. Big up Dio. We would have probably won the FA Cup if we had Sesko this season. Maybe. But then why not? Last year was the year to get Sesko then. Do you see what I'm saying? This year wasn't. Gyökeres is right there, bro. There's no excuses to pick this guy over Gyökeres. No one can convince me otherwise, bro. I'm sorry. Look, if you want to get Sesko, I've been saying it. Get him in January then. I didn't even want him. I'm saying, but if you want him, fuck it. Go and do it then, because I'm starving. And what did they do, bro? What did they do? They went and put Moreno up front. So fuck this board, bro. Fuck this club, bro. Honestly, bro. They're just amateurs. Ronald McDonald, bro. Big up AJ said Peppermint. I would love the 3rd League Cup in our history, but that can't save Arteta's job. You're saying that. Look at all the Spurs fans, bro. They were saying sack Ange, yeah. They were saying sack Ange whether he wins or loses the Europa League. The moment they won it, it was like Ange. They were putting up all the stickers in the group chat. It was, you get me. You can't even talk to Ange after that. And it was a drop the mic moment. Let's be honest. I leave with something in my 2nd year, and he did it. Go on, Ange Washington, you know, like that. Denzel Postecoglou, like, go on, big man. Do you know what I'm saying? Got to give him ratings for that. Peppermint 2011-12 was 6 years into the trophy drought. There you go. Boy, I am sorry. I am shutting that argument down. If Sesko is so godly like you claim, why didn't him buy him instead of Mikel Moreno and Calafiori? Well, we know they tried, AJ. What I'm saying is, if he was like the most hottest talent in world football, then why is nobody else in for him? Fabrizio Romano was trying to say other clubs would name them. Then who? Because I ain't seen it. I ain't seen it one bit, bro. Whereas Gyökeres, he could go anywhere, right? Okay, I rest my case, bro. It's only us going in for this fucking Sesko Donny, bro. And when they tried to put it, because they were saying 70 to 80 million euros before I even heard this 93 million or whatever they're saying now. And when they're thinking, oh shit, now Arsenal's not talking about Sesko, they're talking about Gyökeres. Now the price come all the way down and Arsenal come bouncing on back. like one of those fucking cuckolds, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Just seen his wife do the madness. Man's come bouncing on back, bro. Sesko, like, nah, bro. Nah. Now, Jesus Christ, bro. We got fucking Freddy Krueger outside, bro. Well, going for these kids. Jesus, bro. Did I read that one? Even then, I would probably sack him unless he does a league or UCL double. I'm telling you, bro, winning, that dopamine of winning, trust me. I won a cup double, but even if he was to win, I wouldn't say the League Cup's enough. I'll go to the parade, I will celebrate. Of course I would. And I'd still ask him to be sacked. If he done a cup double, all right. Even if he just won the FA Cup, I'll probably still ask for him to be sacked. To have to wait best part of 6 years just for one other FA Cup, it's not very good at a club the size of Arsenal. And as I keep saying, guys, if we're not a big club and the management are moving like that, then just tell the fans and then we can decide how we want to support. That's it. Big up AJ again. He said Zinni defense cost us 2 league titles. I actually like Zinni, but play him in the left 8, please. Yeah, or even play him in the 10. I guarantee he'll do better than Odegaard in the 10. 100%. Big up Dio. He said AJ because he said he didn't want to move yet. Arteta fumbled Sesko last season. Well, there you go. He didn't want to play behind Havertz. Don't even want Sesko, but your manager's fucking it up. Or this manager, because I don't know how you feel about Arteta, Dio. So let me not say your manager, but this manager is fucking it up. That's why I'm Arteta out, because I'm tired of it, bro. You don't fill me with no confidence. You're like a donut, bro. Honestly. And big up AJ boy, and that right there is the problem. He doesn't want the Prem pressure. He will flop. I like a lot of what I see in Sesko, but he's not ready. Give me championship proven Victor, bro. The commentators were just saying that the other day as well, talking about all the championship players that have actually succeeded coming up in the Premier League. Like, it's mad. Big up Jordan. Big yourself up. Views, bro. Big yourself up. And if Yok says he doesn't want to move yet because he's going to wait for Amorim, what then? Well, he did, bro. He did. Yeah, nothing's been said. There was talk that United's in for Gyökeres, and there was a lot of kind of pressure on Man United to win that Europa League. Because once they get Champions League football, then the likes of Gyökeres can go to United. That is a thing. That's why I'm saying Arsenal need to move quick. Don't even give him a choice. If Sesko's saying, "Oh, I'm waiting," then why are we not going to get Osimhen? Why are we not pivoting to get Julian Alvarez? No. We're pivoting to get Sesko. There's nothing you can tell me, Dio. Honestly, I'm not even trying to be disrespectful at all. You know that. But honestly, bro, that is not the first place that you pivot, bro. It really ain't. That, you know, and Shane's been saying it. He don't want to come to us. He might not want to track back. I hear it. It's a very valid argument. So all of us getting our hopes up for Gyökeres, bro, release that clause, slap mad money down, and try and go all out to make sure it happens. If he tells us no, or wants to keep us waiting, pivot. Julian Alvarez would be my next stop. Then Osimhen. Then Watkins. Even before I'm even thinking about Sesko, bro. That's me. I mean, 18 people in the building. Let me know in the chat before I try and get out of here. Look, I'm saying that, and it's fucking 6 o'clock. Like, I got to try and wrap this up. Big up Dio. Does Yok get downgraded too? What do you mean downgraded? Yok is Gyökeres, bro. Sesko ain't getting downgraded. Sesko's getting rated by what he's done. 14 goals, 13 goals. That's not gunman numbers, bro. He's young as well. There's no argument. Gyökeres ain't getting downplayed. Gyökeres is the right age. He's a late bloomer. He's done it in the right places. He's done it a lot more. You can't downgrade the put. Look at even the Champions League or international football. How many goals have they scored? I guarantee you Gyökeres has got more. He is a goal scorer. The whole world knows it, Dio. Except for you, it seems, at this point. We ain't downgrading him. He's just that guy at the moment in time. Just like Haaland's that guy. Do you understand? Just like Kane's that guy. That's just it. And we ain't downgrading him. He's just a gunman. A number 9. He ain't a second striker. He ain't a potential. He's a gunman. That's it. Question, please chat when Arteta finally leaves. Would you give Renee the men's job because she's another manager that's so much better than Arteta? I wouldn't. I think obviously that's tongue in cheek. No, but I want a winner. I don't want no more Iriola, Thomas Frank. No, Ancelotti, Simeone, Inzaghi. You understand? I want a winner. Conte. He just won a league and been sacked. I don't want any more prospects. That's the point. That it all goes hand in hand. We want winners now. Winning players, winning managers. No more projects, no more time. We're sick of fucking waiting. That's it. If you get me prospects while you're getting the world beaters, I've got no problems. No problems. Get me prospects while we're getting the world beaters, I have got no problems. But if you keep trying to get me prospects with no world beaters, then what is this? A fucking Diddy party, bro? And what's going on? We need winners. Winners. That's what we need, gang. We need winners. Big up Dio. He said would give the job to Xavi. Xavi, what you would say, or with me? I'd give it to him. He's a winner, right? Ex-player. Some ex-players are good. Look at Thierry Henry. He's my legend. He could probably sleep with my missus right now, and that'll be all right. Yeah, but he can't manage. Know yourself, innit? I'm not saying Arteta can't manage, but you're not getting over the line. You're not self-reflecting. You're being too rigid and too stubborn. And I've heard, I can't even remember who said it. It was a great point. Like, you're not a manager until you get fired or something like that, until you go into your second job, which happened with TT. And he gave it up after that. Xavi's a winner, bro. Luis Enrique, he's won the league in France. He's in the Champions League final. These men are winners, bro. Conte won the league in Serie A. Winners, bro. If Conte came to Arsenal, we gave him 750. Do you think we're not going to win anything? What should we do, though? Let's go back to Man City, or let's go to Liverpool and get their assistant coach and then give them another billion. Like, come on, man. Come on. Big up AJ. He's saying, boy, Victor Gyökeres factually said if Manchester United won the Europa League, he would want to go there. But since they didn't, he said sell him the project. Of course, because he's played under that manager. I didn't want it to be an issue. I wanted us to get him in January before anyone can get to the final or get Europe or any of that. I've been saying it. If you watch my content, you will see it. I've been saying it, right? But we never move proactive. We're always reactive. That is the issue here. That is the massive issue here. And this is why we're always going to be steps behind. Always, 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 always. Why is he not going to want to play for a manager he knows is going to back him and not ask him to track back? Yeah, he's not going to have to be fighting with Havertz, is he, if he goes to Man United? I'm telling you. And they'll probably pay him more wages. How about that? Big up Dio said I think it's too so yeah, same, bro. I wouldn't do that. Big up Yasai said as rivals, when Arsenal have a baller, we all big them up and recognize them. We won't just allow Arsenal fans to tell us someone is good when he's not, and then in a couple of years they admit it. No, well, there you go, bro. There you go. If we keep getting shed players, then we're gonna keep getting bantered, bro. If we get Gyökeres and Rodrigo, who can banter us after that? But we've gone from that to Sesko and who? Who for the left? I ain't even heard no one for the left, bro. It's mad in this dunya, you know. I'm telling you, it is mad out here, bro. We done it with Ethan recently. There you go, bro. You can't deny Ethan's talent. Yeah, he's still got to progress. He's still got to fill into that, but you can't deny the talent's there, bro. Just like people can't deny that Palmer's got talent. What we don't want to do is all this, oh, that's what we get a lot. Oh, he's better than Saka, he's better than Saka. Obviously, that shows Saka's levels, innit? Because he's always the benchmark. But I'm just saying. But anyway, yeah, big up Yasser every time. AJ's bigging you up each and every time. Make sure you subscribe to him. Dio's saying, but now York is going to wait for United to be viable. His old man and missus are mobilizing to keep him in Portugal another year. Maybe so, and that just tells you about how shit of a pool that we've got as a club. How can we not get that across the line? The stars did align. We need a gunman. He should have been the very first person through the door, but oh no, we're hearing about a mini fridge in Zubimendi. We're hearing about Sesko. Oh, those deals were done. They weren't done. It weren't like confirmed in writing. You might have had verbal agreements, but so what? Things change all the time. We should have pivoted, and that's why I'm disappointed with Berta. Let me just call him Bert. We should have pivoted and said, fuck that. He should have said, bro, that's not good enough. That is not good enough. And even that mess, now I've seen Yoks, misses and Pops not wanting him to leave Portugal. Fans interested in the player. He'll have drama at home every day affecting his game. Bro, you can't talk it down to me, bro. I don't. None of that shit's my business, bro. Just like when people say, "Oh, that player's got a bad attitude," that none of that's my have a bad attitude while putting the ball in the back of the net. None of that is my business, bro. I want to be doing that at the Emirates. Bruv, I'm sorry, bro. There's no. That's not my business. Get it done. We brought in Berta. Get it done. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And big up Peppermint said, views, you're right. Arteta just doesn't do it right. He seems to always fumble, whether it's on the pitch or off the pitch. My eyes are open, people. Like, you're making dumb decisions, bro. When you're doing things like that, that's pretty obvious to me. I don't understand how no one else sees it, but I can't. We've all got different eyes, innit? We've all got different eyes. Peppermint saying Wenger's first season, 30 million plus signing. Yeah, it was in 2013. Bro, Wenger's never spent money like none of our managers have ever even got to spend money like that. So Alex, big up Peppermint again. So Alex was dropping that in late 90s, early 2000s. Yeah, look at when Chelsea got their money, bro. Crespo's and Varons and 50 million here. It was mad. We've never done it ever. Even this whole 100 million thing, that's installments, guys. It's not. Do you get it? He said, AJ saying, boy, after Arteta, if Rene can't get the man's job final, but it can't be Xavi after Arteta, it has to be a proven winner like Diego Simeone Inzaghi. I agree, but Xavi is a winner, though. You know what I mean? But yeah, for me, like I said, there is winners around. We're about to let Ancelotti go to Brazil. Why give Arteta another season? Conte's available. We've done it the last time Ancelotti, but the top goon is look at what he done at Everton, bro. These guys, man. Ugh. Honestly, AJ saying, boy, if Arteta is so good at his job, Victor Gyökeres should be able to be what? Maybe you're gonna finish that off. Or convinced, bro. Like I said, I think his talent ID is garbage, bro. I honestly do. 30 plus players and maybe not even 10 of them are successes. Like that for me is terrible talent ID. Dio saying, I think Arteta should have been sacked. There you go, bro. There you go, bro. And this is an Arteta signing, my guy, by the way. Obviously, but you like him a lot anyway. I'm here. I'm not here to talk about Arteta. We're here to talk about Sesko, yeah, bro. You can talk about him, bro, but you ain't gonna be able to convince me that we should be getting him over Gyökeres in any universe, bro, unless we got turned down. And even if we did get turned down, there's other players I would have gone to before Sesko, 110%. I just don't see it. Am I mad? Like, am I the only one, people? Like, big up Dio. Like, are you lot seeing what he's saying? Like I said, I'm not an echo chamber, brother. I welcome a difference in opinion, innit? You can try your thing. I'm gonna believe what I'm gonna believe, and we can respectfully keep it moving. But yeah, it's mad. Obvious they will not sack Arteta unless he misses UCL. That's a good point. Big up Dio. I want the best talent available for the team that can carry into the future, irrespective of what Arteta does or doesn't do. But you want that in before the likes of Gyökeres. So you're not upset that we've got him in before the likes of Gyökeres. You should always be future proofing, but not at the sake of missing out on talent and market opportunities because you're doing up Diddy party. That it makes no sense, bro. But I hear I hear it to a degree, but it makes no sense, bro. Not if we're not getting the market opportunities when they arise. AJ saying, so boy, you honestly believe if Arteta doesn't win anything next season, unless he doesn't get Champions League, his job is safe again? No, he said he believes Arteta should be sacked. Big up Peppermint. Yes, it was the set piece stuff. He could win nothing, make no finals, barely make top 4. I'm certain he's not getting sacked. Well, that's not happened as yet. So yeah, there is some argument in that. We can't allow think about the future when we have a good enough defense and midfield to win things. Then why? Well, that's why. I agree with Boy 10. I find it hard to imagine Arteta being sacked. No, he ain't gonna be. He's gonna get next season, which is at the detriment of all of us. He's gonna get next season. He is. You see how close he was sitting next to Josh Kroenke. Yeah, now he's like the teacher's pet, bro. He's good, bro. He's good. No chance he gets sacked. He has to miss UCL with no mitigating circumstances. Yeah. I mean, the evidence goes to show that argument is very true because the guy's still here. You know, Ange might still get the seat. They were asking him about the sack after he won a major European trophy, bro. They're not asking us. They're not. I keep calling it Arsene Wenger. They're not asking Arteta that, are they? No, they're not. I stand by Victor Gyökeres is just for now, then Sesko and everything. No, bro, it's easily understandable, bro. It's easily understandable. But they're not gonna go and get both, and then the one that you are gonna make all the effort for is not the one you should be getting first. So I just can't agree with it. AJ says, boy, I honestly believe we could miss it next season anyway, so that might come to, but yeah, we could. AJ saying Peppermint, boy, isn't that a huge problem? One trophy from a possible 26. Yeah. And he's most likely safe. He will be safe. He's safe already. He's going to be here next season. Maybe he might even get to run out his next couple of years, but it's just going to be bad times for Arsenal, man. I don't think it's realistic to think we'll miss UCL. The thing about Arteta is that he is actually a good coach. That's not just fan cope. He is, however, a terrible manager on evidence. He's done some good things, right? But now you're doing a lot of bad things, and you're a detriment to us moving forward now. So for me, got to go. Rubbish, buy me a Champions League, please. Buy me a Premier League. Do something, can it? Big up Dio. I can't see a scenario where Arteta can't coach us to top 4 finish. I can see many scenarios where Arteta don't manage us to win. Yeah. Top 4. Like I said, like on FIFA, anyone should be able to get Arsenal into top 4, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think that makes you a genius. But people are really out here calling him that, innit? I just don't see it. But there you go. AJ's massive. It is a massive problem, but I can't see it changing unless he finishes outside top. Yeah, no, it won't. Unless you affect that Champions League money, Arteta's going to be here. Arteta has factually thrown even every single cup in the bin. Yeah. He's not taking it seriously at all, has he? Boy, I can believe he is loving Partey at right back. That right there will be factually cost us. Yeah, it will. It has cost us. It's cost us this season. Yeah. Hey, listen, guys, though, I can't even get through. I mean, you guys, the comments have been absolutely crazy today, and I appreciate you guys so much. I mean, I've been on for nearly 4 flipping hours. This is meant to be an hour, 2 hours at most. Do you know what I'm saying? So I need to go. I got things to do, and I'm back at 9 o'clock. I'm so sorry if I didn't get to your comment. Obviously, we've had guests on, and we've had lots of people come through and show love. So I definitely appreciate it. Make sure you're hitting the like on the way in, the way out. Make sure you are subscribing. Who's online now that I can redirect to? Let's have a little look. Let's have a little look, people. Who is on now that we can try and redirect to? Let me refresh that. I don't know why it's acting like I'm not live. But yes, thank you ever so much for the love that you guys have shown today. It's been amazing. Yeah, we are going to see if we can redirect to someone else. So if we do find someone, I need you guys to go over there and say views raid, show the love, hit the like for them, all that good stuff. Let me see who is online, and we will be back. We will have more interventions very, very shortly. So we got Deluded, man. Yeah, let's send you over to Deluded Guna. I'm probably going to go over there myself. Guys, man, it's been amazing today. You've been absolutely active with the chats. What a Friday, but we managed to have the legend that is Matty. I've been wanting to get Matty on for God knows how long. Even Chinks is someone I've known about. He don't just do football, he does other podcast stuff. So always a joy to have him on. The geezer, the superstar Aaron Talks Arsenal gave us some time today, so always happy with that. We are going to leave it there, people. I will be back at 9 o'clock. Smash the like, views raid. We're going to go over to Deluded Guna right now, people. Have a great day. See you back at 9 o'clock. Gone.